Like, the Jets are a good team on paper. I could see the Jets finishing in the last place.
Whoa, behind the Patriots?
Because the Patriots have their number.
Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off by the Game Day. Today is the Cafeteria Day.
Straight up, baby.
Straight up Cafeteria Day. We'll be playing some games. Adam is out sick today, unfortunately. Everybody send him his well wishes. Yeah, got a nurse.
Well wishes. You act like he's like actually sick.
No, he's fine. He just wanted to not work, so he was
Watch
like,
Game
I'm
of
not
Thrones,
going to come
probably.
in. But don't worry, we got a total perfect replacement.
The best.
Ryan Kondo.
The most famous guy we've ever had
At the
on.
company. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're having a big moment for sure.
Yeah.
Tell the people if they don't know. They probably don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I can say the world, but over 1 million people think that I named my child Bijan.
Yeah.
That's close to the world population.
It's a pretty
though.
sick. It's a pretty sick weekend.
Over
to
a
be honest.
million
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so
go ahead.
I was just going to explain when Kondo went to the NFL Combine, he asked Bijan Robinson if he could name his kid after him, and then
Huge Texas fan.
we followed up. We followed up with Bijan at the draft, and we told him that Kondo actually had a kid and named him Bijan, and he
I mean,
he
to be
bought
fair, he asked first. He kind of put Adam in a situation.
That's true. He started to tee it up, and then he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, did he do it?"
Yeah.
yeah. And what's Adam going to say? Like,
No.
oh no, he's actually not about to have a kid.
No, that was
Like,
his whole plan. It was his plan the
Yeah.
whole time. He was
No,
always
we
going to
don't
say
know
that.
that. I was like, if I went up to Bijan, I would have done the same thing.
But yeah, it was pretty epic.
I feel like I have backed myself into a corner where obviously haven't done it yet, but now like I have to name my kid.
But there's
Bijan, right?
steps. There's steps you have to take. First, have you downloaded Hinge?
No.
All right, there's
Might
the
have to
first
get on that
step.
game.
No, but he did his whole the description, the caption
Yeah,
on his
dude, that was so
million,
funny.
his 1.3 million
Can you
view
pull it up and
video
read
was
my
like
caption?
somebody
Read
has
the
to
caption.
procreate with me
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
have him read it, have him read
I didn't
it.
say it in a threatening tone. That makes it
Nah,
sound like I'm like
Right now,
mimicking
the way you said
somebody.
it is not.
Yeah.
Say it in
wasn't-
your voice.
it wasn't
Kondo.
threatening at
So-
all.
No, I like very politely asked. I said this. I prefaced it. This may seem a bit forward, but I need someone to procreate with me immediately so I can name our child Bijan and no longer will be lying to the best running back of all time.
All I hear is procreate with me now.
Please.
I mean,
but there's a
the kid-
please.
there's a
Procreate
please.
with me now,
The kid
please.
just wants to get laid.
That's
Just
fair.
like the rest
No,
of
he
us.
just wants a
you
he
know?
just wants a son.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
I don't even
Name
care that
Bijan.
much about
His
that.
Would
father
you
really
adopt?
stinks.
I might have to.
I feel like that.
Yeah, but if you
But
adopt,
that's
they
not
probably have a,
firstborn.
they probably
That's
have a
just
name
first
already.
signed up. That's-
True. I did
you know-
say firstborn.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
But
like,
yeah,
it's like signing a free agent that just like stays with you for a year if you're adopting. You know, like doesn't
I
do the
can't have
same.
that.
Being active in the free agent market. Yeah.
You need a rookie contract. You know?
Yeah.
Go check out Kondo's Burner
Okay.
on TikTok. Before we get into it, one thing we were talking about off the pod is last night was the Met Gala.
The fuck is the Met Gala?
And Perotti tweeted, he was like, somebody explain the Met Gala to me in sports terms. The best I could think of, and Olivia
No
was
one
saying
gave
this.
me a good answer.
No one gave a good
Not
answer. I
one
saw that. I was
person.
looking at the replies. The best I could think of is like the Super Bowl. This is what Olivia, shout out
Well,
Olivia.
It is Super Bowl type of.
She said,
energy.
she was like, it's like the Super Bowl, but Goodell gets to pick who gets to show up.
oh,
You know, so like
Oh.
the Met invites certain celebrities.
it's
you
like
know?
a charity thing.
It's a charity event for the Met.
All right,
I think
The
of it more
museum.
as like the ESPYs.
That's a good call.
That's
But
what
they-
I
Like
they
in-
pick
like
who
more
you
of like
have
an
to get an
award
invite.
show.
You have to get a specific invite. And then the way it works is
I
also
heard Paris Hilton was the first. It was her first Met Gala.
ever.
Really?
Yeah,
Good for
I don't
her.
know. I just saw it on some girl's stories. Like, oh my god, Paris first, slay. And I was like, hell
The
yeah.
whole point of it,
Legwork to
though,
get to that. Yeah.
I found out all the details of it from my girlfriend last night. She was telling me that it is a fundraiser event for the Met, and they basically
Fundraiser for the Met.
the,
Yeah,
They
like the
need fucking
Metropolitan
money
Museum.
for
the
it.
museum. It's to go to the museum. It's free, so they got to do fundraisers.
That's
No,
true.
it's not. I had to pay $20 a couple
Nah,
months
it's-
ago to go.
No, that's voluntary.
I had to pay $20 for a
Okay,
fucking
I don't know
ticket
what
on a
exhibit-
Jack
Saturday.
got bamboozled.
I don't know what
with the
exhibit.
pay.
that's
So
just
that
free.
must have been some
It
homeless
might
guy
have been
on
a
the
line.
steps.
That
might have
shit's
been a
free as
line
fuck.
skipping ticket or something.
Possibly.
Yeah, you don't have to. The
Well, I
producer
paid
band, shout out-
$20 for the Met.
Well,
2
that
months
was
ago.
a homeless man on the stoop.
No,
That
it wasn't.
begging.
It was online.
But yeah, basically you don't usually have to pay because it's public. It's owned by the city, whatever. So they do fundraiser events, and basically it tees up an exhibit for the whole year that is in the theme of whatever that Met Gala is.
Oh, they've
So
themed.
They theme the gala every year, and so the designers that make the outfits that people wear is all within the theme of the night.
Oh, that's cool.
Couldn't tell you what last night's theme was.
I did see
think it
Rihanna
was
dressed up
cats.
like the Pope one time.
Nice. Yeah,
I saw a cat.
that.
That might have been a
I
thing.
I saw
one
two
person.
cats.
Doja
Jared
Cat
Leto
dressed up
and
as a
Doja
cat.
Cat.
That was cool.
So I think the theme was cats.
I saw
Just based on those two. I don't know.
there was one girl dressed up. I'm pretty sure like the whole dress was just TP, like toilet paper.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm more of a wet wipes guy myself.
are
but-
you really a wet wipes guy?
Well, I think you need both.
If I had to- if I had to
Wet
pick, I'm a
wipes are
bidet
so
guy.
good, bro.
Bro, but
They
I don't
just
get the
clean you
mint
the right
ones,
way.
though.
I don't
Trying
know,
to tell
man.
me you would rather?
I'd rather have a bidet.
Oh, of
A
course.
bidet and
Well, come
just
on, bro.
and just the security wipe after.
That's like saying, yeah, I like Jameer Gibbs, but I'd rather have Bijan Robinson. Of course.
Okay.
No, bro, hold up. But here's the thing with the bidet: you can get it for $30 on Amazon.
I figured out the
It's
theme.
great.
I don't
The
know that
theme-
that's going to do the
Oh,
job.
I have
though.
one. It does the job.
This won't make any sense to you. The
me a
theme
link.
was, quote, in honor of Carl. Who
Weezer?
I'll give, yes, Carl, who apparently was a designer. Carl Lagerfeld, whatever. So they like all themed it to that.
I saw Kendall Jenner's booty cheeks were out.
Nice.
That was
yeah,
cool.
That is cool.
I just remember vividly last year. I think it was last year, maybe a couple years ago. Russell Westbrook just wearing a flat out like dress.
He was there last night. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander
Was he wearing a
there.
skirt or dress?
Yeah, you're right. I think that was last year. Yeah.
He was wearing a skirt.
It's
was
like,
yeah.
come on, man. What are we doing here, bro?
Hey, fashion forward, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he can wear whatever he wants, man.
Yeah.
you
There's
got
some
it.
people who can pull it off.
No, they can't.
Not Russell Westbrook.
I feel like Russ could actually pull off. He
Pulls off
I
a
feel like
lot.
he-
SGA looked good last night.
Bro,
He
as
was
long
there.
as you got the confidence, you can wear whatever the fuck you want.
Also,
It don't
Steph
matter.
Curry was there.
Was he?
Was he?
Game
Wow.
today.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dog.
Also, Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, but that makes sense though, because
and
Curry's
Brittany.
playing against. Or, no, I'm dumb as fuck. The Heat are playing New York.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. at
Curry
first,
got
too.
traded to the Knicks. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
I
No, the
wish.
Knicks actually drafted him.
Woj bomb. All right, can we let's get into today's cafeteria
it, dude.
though. We're gonna do some factor caps. We're gonna do a little over under game on wins this season for
go.
each team, and then we'll
Win
do
totals.
our power rankings. We're gonna power rank best trios.
I like that.
Position trios in the league without
quarterbacks.
quarterbacks. Yeah,
Fire.
If
but
there's
we'll get to that.
quarterbacks.
We'll start with factor caps.
Let's go.
Shout out the Discord. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. But we asked a couple of the Discord members for some topics today. So this is from them. But yeah, first one is factor cap. Chiefs versus Eagles rematch in the Super Bowl is a lock.
Cat.
Cap.
Yeah, cat, but it's
Nothing-
annoying. I want to say fact.
Nothing in the NFL is a lock. Like, anyone can get hurt at any time. There are other teams that are really fucking good, too. Like the Bengals, the Niners, the Cowboys. Like, there's a lot of really good teams
The only
out
lock
there.
is the Cowboys not making the Super Bowl. Hey,
I mean, it's a good lock.
good value.
No, I'll say cat, but it's as close to a fact as we've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
These are the two best teams heading into a season that I think that I remember seeing in a very, very, very long
I
time.
don't know.
Maybe
We've
I
said
don't
like
know.
the Bills, like the last couple of years, are up there or better than the Chiefs too.
The Bills were never a lock in my book to
They
win
were,
the Super
but
Bowl.
Yeah,
your
the
book,
Chiefs-
but on the sports books, they were the favorites.
Last year-
But it
last
doesn't
year,
mean, but,
yeah,
but it
but-
doesn't mean they're a lock because the team's a favorite doesn't mean they're a lock.
But okay, so that doesn't mean the Chiefs or the Eagles are a lock.
The
But
Chiefs
I
got
think it's the
worse.
closest to a lock, and that's
they
my
did.
point.
They did
Like
get worse.
people think because
Wait, hold up. They did not get worse.
yes they did.
And
Who did they have?
And let me ask you
receiver?
something. Was the consensus last year
Sky
not?
Moore.
Was the consensus last year not that the Chiefs got worse from
Well, they
got worse
2021
but
to
then
2
they
years in a
got
row.
worse again.
No,
I'm not saying that like the Chiefs
How did they get
can't
worse
do
though?
it.
If the consensus was that they got worse from 21 to 22, yet they didn't win the Super Bowl in 21 and they won in 22, then how did they get worse?
Well, I think personnel-wise, you could definitely make an argument that
because
got
they
worse.
lost Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yes,
He's way better
And
than
they-
Sky Moore.
No, but Patrick Mahomes is.
Do
gonna
they
be-
even have MBS anymore? They don't.
They've added offensive linemen. They added
or
Rasheed
no,
Rice.
They don't have MBS.
But they also
do
lost
have it.
Orlando
I don't know,
Brown.
Excuse me.
Orlando
They
Brown
added
Orlando Brown had a horrible year last
But they
year.
added
Yeah.
a lineman to lose a lineman.
Jawan
Like,
Taylor.
No, they
who,
lost
you can
a-
make the
they lost
argument
a-
is
He's good.
worse than Orlando Brown.
Orlando
Now,
Brown
Orlando
had a
bad-
did have a bad year.
Orlando Brown had a bad year. Yeah. And so
Shout out That's So Raven.
and they added Rasheed Rice. Shout out Dallas, Texas.
That's the only reason you think he's good.
Like,
No,
we
he's
added
actually really good.
They had Sky Moore last year, and Sky Moore
Yeah,
didn't
but-
do
but
anything.
that's different.
I thought Sky Moore was going to be awesome, and he still might be.
Sky Moore's a burner though. Rasheed Rice is a complete receiver. The only reason he didn't go higher in the draft is because he went to SMU. So
because he went to a school in Dallas.
Cortland Sutton.
yeah, it's a smaller
school.
school.
Shit.
I just don't think that there's a like after last season where where everyone thought the Chiefs got worse, like Felipe said. Like I don't see a world where they're gonna get even worse because I think Patrick Mahomes literally elevates everyone. We've been saying that forever. It's like literally does not matter who you put on that team. You put an NFL talent. All these guys are in the NFL. They are NFL talent. They can be made into something special if they are put in the right position with the right coach, Andy Reid, right quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. They still have Travis Kelce. They're a winning culture. I think they have a big chance.
For sure.
I think if I had to bet on either an Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl rematch or just the field, anything else, I'm taking the field 10 times.
I mean,
better.
those odds are going to be way better.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but you said factor cap. Is it a
Yes.
lock? Hell no.
To clarify, like Pat Mahomes is just good enough that he's going to elevate any team. Like,
100%.
he's just that guy.
Correct.
I just think if we were talking about any other quarterback, this team would be like, are they even like definitely not the top team in the conference? Definitely not a
Like
Super
if-
Bowl favorite.
Like if the Chiefs
they
had
might-
Josh Allen as their quarterback,
yeah, would we be?
they'd probably go 10-7.
Yeah, they're not as good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
9
They're
and 8.
not as good. The drop off between him is just between
It's
Mahomes
so
and the next guy.
severe.
We've said this a million times. You asked the question to someone at the draft, how many Super Bowls will Patrick Mahomes win? I legitimately think he's going to win 6 Super Bowls.
Oh yeah,
And
I think he's going to win.
I think right now for the next 5 years he is going to be the best player by far.
So
And
in the-
he and the Chiefs are going to.
in the next 5 years, how many rings will
I
Patrick
think
Mahomes
Patrick
win?
Mahomes and the Chiefs will win 4 Super Bowls in the next
4
5
out of
years.
5.
I don't see them declining.
That's
a lot.
wild.
I don't see them declining.
Juicy.
That's a
Clip
lot.
that.
I don't see them declining.
Ryan, I'm looking at some of the additions the Chiefs
Ryan.
made. Let me tell you why they're so good. Longhorn legend Shane Buechele.
Oh, good point.
Well, Shane. Okay, you.
You're a
beat me
Texas
on
fan too, bro.
Well, Shane Bichelle transferred away from Texas.
That's true, but he had a
He
good
left for
Yeah.
SMU, the school that you discussed in
Wow.
that regard
So-
earlier.
but he wanted to go from Austin to Dallas, which is like,
which
you
is
know,
an upgrade.
No,
but
it's
no,
not.
they
city-wise.
city-wise it is.
No,
Says the guy from upstate New York.
I haven't been to either,
They-
but picture-wise, yeah.
They signed Richie. No, they
signed
they signed Ricky James and Richie James.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, no cap. Look,
Well,
look,
in that
look.
case, yeah.
Ricky and Richie.
Dude, the James twins.
They re-signed Jerick McKinnon, who had a really good end of the
Jerick
year
McKinnon.
last year. They signed Rasheed Rice, as we talked about. This is going to be Sky Moore year 2. He's going to get better.
Isaiah
we know.
Pacheco year 2.
Isaiah Pacheco year 2. He's going to have another good year. You're not competing with CEH from the beginning of the year anymore. He's going to be the flat-out starter. So I think the Chiefs did get better. Now, it doesn't have to be much better, but to your point, like if they didn't have Mahomes and they had another quarterback, of course they would be much worse. But they have Mahomes, so
Yeah.
that theory is irrelevant.
I
It's
have
just
a-
the
I have a
talent
question.
around him is like not enough for me to say it's a lock.
I
That's fair.
want to say, like, do we legitimately think the Eagles actually got better, or did they replace really good players with young players that are cheaper?
I think they got better.
yeah.
I don't know, because a lot of those draft picks are not sure things. You don't know.
I feel like they didn't change that much offensively, and they added a better running back, and like
Yeah.
that offense was pretty.
But Swift
flawless
also
last
is-
summer,
he's injury
last
prone.
season.
Well, you got Rashad Penny too, who is also
Oh, they
injured
have
all the
Rashad
time.
Penny now?
But yeah, they're
Yeah.
just banking on one of those guys to stay healthy.
Yeah,
But like, I
is
I
fine.
think I think people are overreacting a lot because the Eagles got the flashy draft. They got the draft of
I
guys
agree.
that fell to them that are big names from a big school like Georgia who won the Natty. I think Jalen Carter's a fucking stud, but I also thought Jordan Davis was going to be a stud, and he didn't do anything last year. I thought Nakobe Dean was going to be a stud. He
didn't
didn't
play last
play
year.
at all last year. So who's to say that Jalen Carter, who's that edge rusher they got, the corner they got? Nolan Smith, the corner they got from
Keely
Georgia. Who's to say
Ringo.
that all
they're
those
so
guys?
young, bro. It's insane.
But
They're gonna
but who's
take
to say
leaps.
those guys are really going to do
Yeah.
anything? We don't know. We just overreact based off of big names, and they haven't played a snap in the NFL yet.
They just have so much depth. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
what
don't
it
even
is.
need
Yes.
those guys to do anything.
and-
Keely Ringo's
Nah,
not
you,
gonna
well,
start.
no, you
this.
do now because Nakobe is going to be in position to start.
I would say
Nakobe,
I'm saying
yeah.
this, and I think Nakobe Dean's going to start this year and be fucking insane because he was amazing at Georgia. And then Jordan
Yeah, but
Davis
it's
coming into
such
his second
a
year.
large-
probably
They're
gonna
so
be great.
young, bro, and also like just the leaps that we see. We just see
Bro,
this so often in the
the
NFL.
fact
The
that-
leaps you see between year 1 and year 2, and then
Yeah.
especially
Yes.
between year 2 and 3 in the NFL, is just so big. Like it's such a
Yeah.
huge like progression. You take such a huge step in those years. So like I'm expecting
think-
that from
But
those
Think
guys.
about the Eagles' interior defensive line in the future. They have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter getting coached up by Fletcher Cox.
Yeah,
No, it's incredible.
defensive line.
insane.
But as far as like
They
the
still have
leap
Brandon
goes, the
Graham.
leap
They have-
happens with
Yeah, and they
all those
still
guys on the outside.
got Hassan Reddick too. Like,
As far as the leap goes, though, that happens with players who are playing. Nakobe Dean barely played last year. Jordan
Yeah.
Davis barely played last year. So as
Yeah.
far as I know, they could be busts. We don't know.
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. I'm not
We
like
don't
that.
know. We don't know shit about them. But I do think that the Eagles. I don't know if they got better, but I think they're just as good as they were last year because they lost
Like-
some players and they
like
replaced those players.
Javon Hargrave left, and then you pick up Jalen Carter in the draft. You had C.J. Gardner-Johnson leave, and then you pick up that corner from Georgia in the draft. There's like they're replacing good talents that were proven good talents with unproven rookies.
But they re-signed Darius Slay. They re-signed a bunch of players they
Brought
wanted to
back both
re-sign.
corners,
They re-signed
yeah.
the offensive line that they wanted. They wanted Jason Kelsey back. They got him back. They got their pieces that really were the drivers for the Super Bowl run. So I think they're just as good as last year. But you're going to get Jalen Hurts with the contract and year 4 now?
Yeah.
I think he's 4th year, yeah.
And in year 4, now you're going to get A.J. Brown in his 2nd year in the system. You're going to get Devontae Smith year 3, who last year was a breakout year for him. So what is he going to do this year? DeAndre Swift is light years ahead of Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, if anything, was holding that team back. There's a reason they were playing other running backs other than Miles Sanders. So the team is ridiculous. I just think it's as close to a lock as we've seen.
I think this might be crazy, but I think the Eagles might be a better bet to make the Super Bowl than the Chiefs.
No, it's not crazy.
Because the AFC's stacked.
Yeah, because the NFC did get worse.
Yeah, it's wide open.
Like, we don't know who the quarterback's going to be in San Francisco.
I agree.
Sorry, Jack.
You never know who it's going to
know.
be, and they still win, though. So it's like,
Well, they don't make the
Perhaps
Super Bowl.
Minnesota, I don't even know. Like, it
You
looks
never
like
know
they're
with
trying to
Minnesota.
get younger.
Minnesota's toast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Addison, they'll go pick.
I agree. Yeah,
It's-
they need a quarterback.
It's fun. And I'll say this, Matan, we were
and a
talking about
defense.
this before, but I think the NFL's in the best state we've seen since maybe over like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the last time I think it was this
We're
good.
so lucky, bro. We're seeing unbelievable talent all around.
Last time I think
good
it-
teams.
it
There's
literally-
so many good teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
but
time I
the
think it was
parity
just
isn't
good.
as great. The parody's not that great because of how fucking good Patrick Mahomes is.
Yeah, but that
No, but
maybe
it
that's
is because of
exciting.
what Ryan said.
To
The
each
team,
their
it's not
own.
that the team is that good. Mahomes is that good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
he's
though.
still
To each
carrying.
their own. Like, obviously, some people like Tom Brady was a villain in a way that Patrick Mahomes isn't. But like, some
Mahomes
people
will turn
loved
into the
watching
villain.
him because he was just the greatest. Like, they didn't care that he beat everyone. It was just like, we're watching the best talent. And
you
like,
guys
now
are-
that's how I feel about Patrick Mahomes.
you guys are
Like,
saying-
I feel like I want to watch this guy.
You
become
guys
the
are saying
greatest.
that. There's a lot of people like
I
me.
just said I led
who
with to
are-
each their own.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what
that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
That's what I
Like,
said.
But I'm also
Yeah.
saying like, Patrick Mahomes and on the Chiefs already fucking annoy the shit out of me. Like I'm so overseeing
'Cause you
them
went to
winning
Mizzou.
every damn year. I used to like.
They
the Chiefs.
only have 2 rings though. To be fair, in like the last like 5
But I'm
years.
telling you, in the next 5 years or whatever, when he wins a couple more, he'll probably win 2 Super Bowls at least in that time.
Yeah, if
people
we're
are
being
going to
realistic,
start
it's
to get
gonna be 2.
really annoyed and hate the Chiefs as much as they hated the Patriots.
I like
And-
that he's such a good guy that people are literally like, who
But it's
in
not
his
like-
circle
it's
can
not
I
like,
hate?
It's not like Brady's. Yeah,
Literally, bro.
But it's not like
literally
Brady was
like
a
I'll
piece
hate
of
his
shit.
brother and his
Nah, he
wife
wants
just
to be a
because
cheater. There's a reason to hate Brady. There's no reason to hate Mahomes.
Brady cheated.
Brady cheated.
You
like
think
more
Mahomes
than
hasn't
once.
cheated on her.
Not on his wife.
Every athlete does.
I'm not talking about his wife. He cheated in the sport, bro.
game.
Oh, in the sport.
Brady had multiple.
I
the
thought-
sport.
No, but
Yeah,
I
fine.
was like, what?
I don't care about his relationship with his wife. Like, yeah, I hope
We're
he
talking
doesn't
about him
cheat.
as a
I think he's a
player,
good
yeah.
guy, but him as a player, bro, Brady cheated on the football.
There was
field
reason to
more
hate
than
on
once.
Brady.
There was reason to hate him. His
And there was
coach
reason to
fucking
hate
planted
Belichick, too.
cameras in the fucking Jets locker room.
That's not Brady's fault.
But I'm saying like he was involved in that whole scandal and
Yeah.
I mean whatever. So,
So can I just
there was reason to
finish?
hate Brady and not yet is there reason to hate Mahomes.
Well,
like
his
that.
brother.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what
that's
Ryan's
a
saying.
pretty big reason.
That's what Ryan's saying. He's like he's so likable that you're just looking to hate on his
I agree.
family, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to go to everybody else around.
That's true.
him.
That's a good point.
No, I
Can I
mean,
just finish the
I
thought though?
Yeah.
So going back to like I said, I think it's the best era we've had in over 10 years because at that time when you think about like over 10 years ago, maybe late 2000s, early 2010s, when you had Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, young Russell Wilson at some
fire.
point, you had guys getting drafted into the league, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford. Joe Flacco was so good.
Eli Manning.
Michael Vick when he came back from prison, he
Eagles.
was a
Eli
fucking
Manning.
legend. So Eli Manning for him. Like the mediocre quarterbacks were good. Like Tony Romo was good. Phillip Rivers was really good. Like so there was just so much talent, and then there was a lot of great teams. But the Patriots were like the Chiefs of today. I just think it's very similar where you have the Chiefs, who you could say are the same as the Patriots were, but then you have Joe Burrow, you have Josh Allen, you have Jalen Hurts coming up. You have
Justin
guys.
Fields soon.
Lamar Jackson, Herbert,
Lamar Jackson,
Trevor.
and then if you want to
There's
say
like
like
Anthony
Fun.
Richardson.
Brock Purdy.
And then I think you can equate like a Dak Prescott to a Phillip Rivers of that time. You can equate, let's say.
How do you feel about that as a Cowboys?
I can admit it because it's like he hasn't won yet, and Phillip Rivers didn't win, but they were always talented as a team.
great stats and stuff.
So it's just so deep, and I think that makes the NFL so fun, so
Agreed.
fun.
Eli Manning was like the loser of that cool friend group. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was.
He was
He
like
was.
the weird one of that. All right, sorry. Let's move on to the next one. Factor cap. The Jets are just an on-paper roster.
Well,
you want to hear this?
as of right now, yeah.
This might be a take.
So
I don't even think the Jets are that good on paper.
Mm.
Like, I think Garrett Wilson had a great rookie year, but he hasn't really proved that much. He was really good, and he's got a lot of potential, but he's still not an alpha wide receiver one, in my opinion.
I like how you added that.
Yes.
I
part.
agree. I agree.
I think Alan Lazard as your wide receiver 2 is worrisome. You should have kept Elijah Moore. Don't know why they traded him.
He didn't
that
want
made
to
no
be
sense to me.
Like if one of those guys get hurt, then
Yeah.
I'm like very.
I don't like that. I really like Brees Hall. Brees Hall, good on paper guy.
Yeah.
And on the field guy. Good
Yeah.
dude. Aaron Rodgers, we don't know what we're going to get from him, but looks really good on paper, right? Sauce Gardner, dog. DJ Reader, good, very good. Quinn Williams, good. I think there's probably like 5 or 6 players on that entire roster that I could be like, oh, like he's a problem. Like he's someone we should watch out for.
So you can say
the
fact?
Chargers have more players on paper that I'm scared of than the Jets.
Yeah.
Like,
That's okay, but how many? You said 5 or 6 players that you're scared of. I would say that's more than most teams.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Who are you scared of on the Niners since you're a Niners fan?
There's
Debo,
more,
George
yeah.
Kittle, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. You're scared of
Christian
fucking
McCaffrey.
You're
Now what?
scared of Brandon Ayuk.
Nope.
Yeah, you're scared
I'm
of
scared
Brandon
of
Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Nope.
Ayuk's a good receiver.
He's really
bro.
good.
Okay, keep going.
He's not Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson.
You got
Trent Williams?
Fucking
I'm scared of
who?
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams is a
He's a big
terrifying
man.
human being.
I'll give him that 6.
Did you say Debo?
We said
I
Debo already.
Said Debo.
Kyle Juszczyk, terrifying, of course.
Juice.
Fullbacks don't do anything to
Line.
them.
And
He's a
Dre
line.
Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw is a problem at linebacker.
Yeah, we're not scared of him.
You're not scared of him. Other people are. People game plan around Brandon Ayuk all the time too.
Yo, no, people don't wait, you said people game plan around Brandon Ayuk? I didn't even process
Yes.
that because it didn't make any sense. No, they don't.
Bro, you don't watch the Niners enough. You don't know.
People don't game plan against Brandon Ayuk's not
Brandon
a top
Ayuk
40
is the
wide
best.
receiver.
Brandon
40,
Ayuk is the best pure receiver on the 49ers, so you have to game plan around that.
Best pure receiver. Jared Goff is the best pure quarterback. Like, it doesn't matter.
What are you going
Because
with that one?
like when you start throwing pure with a player or a position or something like that, it's just
No,
you're just
Debo, I'm
trying to
saying-
find a way to
no,
put
no,
them
shut
in
up.
a,
I'm
in a
saying
ranking.
because Debo is a better player, but Ayuk
But-
is the better receiver.
Yeah. I
That's
get
what
it.
I'm saying.
So the point is, okay, you
He's
said
better as strictly a wide receiver than.
okay,
Debo
so you
is.
said 7 guys. If we want to
Good route
include,
The only people I'm scared of on the Jets are Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, and Sauce Gardner.
You're not
Maybe
scared of Garrett
Quentin
Wilson?
Williams. I am not scared of Garrett Wilson yet. Not at all.
okay,
Oh,
Garrett
yeah.
Wilson Garrett Wilson's 10 times better than Brandon Ayuk and had a better season than Brandon Ayuk.
Because he was a wide receiver 1.
Exactly. Why is he wide receiver 1? Because he's better.
Because the Jets don't have shit regardless of him.
So if Garrett Wilson was on the Niners,
He wouldn't be wide receiver 1. He'd be 2
right
behind Debo.
there, you go.
behind Debo.
And ahead of.
Brandon Ayuk.
Thank you.
What, you're going to base your whole point off of Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah. Well, my
Who
point
are
is that,
you? Who are you legitimately scared of on the Jets? I'm scared of, like I said, Rodgers, Brees Hall, Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner, maybe Garrett Wilson. I'm not even that scared of Garrett Wilson.
Factor cap. Are they just an on-paper team, the Jets?
Yeah. Yes, I think there's an on-paper team right now because we haven't seen them put the pieces together. I think until you see Rodgers perform on that team, they're an on-paper team. Like they're not. They have to perform as a unit before we can say they're actually really good in real life. So they're on paper right now, but I think out of any on-paper team, you talk about the Chargers. I agree they're an on-paper team. They've always been that. Out of any of those teams, I think the Jets are the most qualified to perform because we've seen all of these guys perform and win without like coming together, right? Like if you think about the Chargers, they never won, period. Justin Herbert never won. Khalil Mack went from losing organization to losing organization. When you talk about the Jets, right now, Aaron Rodgers is a winner.
He's only on 1 Super Bowl.
The Jets last year had no quarterback and they went 500.
Until
That's
he plays the
pretty
Niners.
good. So I think like they're just equipped to win, but I do think they're on paper. So and they could fail. They could be bad. But I think they're
Is
the most
Aaron
equipped
Rodgers
to win.
really a winner, though?
Aaron Rodgers is a top
Three-
5 quarterback.
three-time
Top 5
MVP,
quarterback.
three-time
Like
MVP.
he's one of the best quarterbacks ever.
MVP doesn't equate to wins.
I'm just saying though.
Super
like,
Bowl.
He's won one
still
Super
of the-
Bowl, and he has
still-
a losing record in the playoffs.
I know you hate Aaron Rodgers for some reason, but he is like undoubtedly a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Yes, but he's also
like-
39.
That's for sure, but like he's just a year removed from back-to-back MVPs. He's gonna come to the Jets with
All right, one sec.
on paper stacked roster, right? So I mean, I do
Let me
think
look up
know how
something.
I do think he's gonna be threatening. I'll be totally honest though. I'm a Jets. I guess you call me a truther because no one else is saying it. The Jets are gonna Jets it. I do think that the Jets are a little.
Bro,
bit
Aaron
of a-
Rodgers is 12-10 career in the playoffs.
Okay.
better than
That's
500.
that's not that good.
He has a Super Bowl, bro.
He has 1 Super Bowl
But I
in like
think Aaron
15
Rodgers
years.
is like
How many
the least
quarterbacks
of
in
the
his
worry
If you
with
ask
the
most,
Jets.
if you ask
Bro,
most
Trent
people,
Dilfer has a Super Bowl.
okay.
Like that. Like I'm just saying. Like
Yesterday, you wanted to make the argument for that Burrow was great because he made a Super Bowl, and now we're talking about a quarterback
yeah,
who's
'cause
actually
he's
won a
played
Super
for
Bowl, and we
3
can't say
years.
he's great.
He's
It
played
makes
for
no
three-
sense.
He's played for three.
It makes
basically
no
2
sense.
years.
It
And
makes
Aaron
no
Rodgers
sense.
has played for fucking 16, 17
And he has
years.
3 MVPs.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's still one of the
What did
greatest
he show
ever.
you last year?
Since when do we have to defend a quarterback that has 3 MVPs, a Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl MVP? Never. He's consensus
True.
top 3 quarterback of all time. This is ridiculous.
Wow, that's
Top three.
He is not consensus top three quarterback of all time.
But he's definitely in the top 5 or 10.
It's like Brady, Montana, Manning, and then I think Rodgers.
My thing is, I was just going to say that I'm going to say
Rodgers better
fact.
than
I
Manning
do
by
think the
far.
Jets are an on-paper team. I agree with you, Felipe. Like, we haven't seen it go yet. Like, right now, they are definitely on paper. When it comes to the AFC East, though, I think that the Bills are the sleeper team here more than
I agree.
people are
I
giving
agree
them
with that.
credit
I
for.
definitely agree.
I think right
Yeah,
now
they're the best quarterback
right
in the
now
division.
the Buffalo Bills are in the exact same position that the Chiefs were in last season, where everybody is saying that they stink and they got worse and they declined, and they're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder. They're hearing this noise. They're hearing this noise the same way that the Chiefs heard the noise.
Yeah, they're
saying
gonna be-
they don't have a chance. They're not going to be a Super Bowl favorite. They're not Super Bowl favorites at all right now, right? I don't know what the odds are actually, but I think that the Bills are going to come out and potentially win that division.
they have the
and
best
Josh Allen is
quarterback in
going to
that
prove that
division
he is
right now,
the
so.
second best quarterback in football.
the Bills are going to win
Or
that
third.
division.
Or
It
third.
should be considered.
Y'all
I'm
are
just
all on the
saying,
Allen over Burrow train.
in terms
man.
of,
I don't get it.
I'm split still because you're right. Winning is important, but I do think in terms of
Oh no, but Trey Wingo said that winning doesn't matter as a quarterback. So
Oh, that's the Bible.
And you did just
In
say
terms of
Chiefs go for one Super Bowl,
intangibles, I think Josh Allen has the edge there, and so I do think that Josh Allen and the Bills are going to come out and steal that division.
Like the
honestly.
Jets are a good team on paper, but everybody else in the AFC East is like
yeah, the Dolphins are awesome on
the
paper.
Dolphins are like
the
one of
Bills
the
are
best
not.
teams,
The Bills are not great on paper.
but they have Josh Allen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could see the Jets finishing in last place.
Whoa, behind the Patriots?
Well, the Patriots
Yes,
always
'cause the
beat
Patriots
the
have their
Jets.
number.
The Patriots always beat the Jets, and it doesn't
Now,
matter how good
I am
the
a
Jets are.
notorious Jets hater. I will clarify on
Okay.
that.
Oh, you're a
When-
Jets hater.
Yeah, when the Colts were 14-0,
They beat
undefeated. Yeah, we sat everybody.
Fuck them.
They beat us.
Yeah,
My
but you
uncle
sat
called
everyone.
me and berated me until I cried. So yeah, I hate the Jets, and I will.
Berated you. Your uncle
He's a
berated
Jets
you
fan?
until
Yeah,
you.
Jets
he's a
fan.
How
Jets
old
fan?
were you?
When
12?
was that?
That was what,
were
that
you
was,
like
When was that?
11?
09?
Yeah, I was 09.
09?
11? Yeah.
Yeah, I was
there we go.
11. I could
Your
take
uncle
it.
berated an 11-year-old until he cried.
That's sports,
That's
baby.
insane.
That's sports.
Yeah, that's the beauty of sports.
Was that the season the Saints were also undefeated for a long time?
That's the season that the Saints won.
Yeah, so they were undefeated for a long time,
Oh,
and
they-
Cowboys were the one to beat them.
But yeah,
Let's go.
So yeah, I hate the Jets, but they're gonna finish last.
Ooh.
And
All
I
right.
say that partially because I hate them, but also it is realistic. Like I don't think it's far fetched to say that like
The division is kind of stacked.
Yeah.
I don't think the Patriots have a chance, but
Yeah, I don't either.
No.
the division is kind of stacked.
I don't think the Patriots have a chance to like
if they
compete.
started
but I think
Bailey
they could beat
Zappi,
the Jets
maybe.
a couple times.
Zappy time. Yeah.
Well, I think
Zappy
that,
hour.
Zappy
I think
hour.
the Bills are heavily slept on right now, specifically because all we're talking about is the Jets and Aaron Rodgers and what the Dolphins have been doing.
Yep.
And
We've
I mean,
been talking about the
Here's
Dolphins.
a
I don't know
take.
how many people have
Here's
been
a
talking
take.
about
a lot
the
of people have.
Here's a
just
take.
because
Adam's
of their
not here.
additions.
Here's a take. I think the Dolphins are more of an on-paper team than the Jets are even.
100%.
The
Nah,
Dolphins,
I don't know. They played really well last year when Tua was healthy.
I think they're close. I think they're similar on paper.
obviously their receivers are amazing. I don't think
That's
Tua is.
it.
I don't think Tua is him. I don't.
He's not.
And I don't know.
think
he doesn't
I don't know
do
if
it. I think
Jalen
Tua's
Ramsey.
good.
I don't know if
That team
Jalen
is
Ramsey has it like he used to.
He's still really good.
He's still good, but I still
Xavier
think
Howard, I don't know if
he's
he has it.
overrated.
He doesn't. Straight up.
He's overrated. Jalen Ramsey is overrated. Like
Yeah.
he obviously there was a moment there where he was like for 2 or 3 years he was the best corner in football. I don't think he is that anymore. And I think people still think of him as that like
You still like
superstar
Jalen
guy.
Ramsey, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
still
still a
really
very
good.
good player. Like
still a
I-
top 5 corner.
Like to say that he's the best, like default number 1 corner in the NFL
not
anymore.
anymore.
No,
Sauce,
but
Patrick
he's
Terry.
still, I would say, a top 5
Yes.
All
corner
right.
in the NFL.
We got to move on because we're crushing time here.
Yeah, Ben's like sitting back. He's like, how about you move it up?
One game that we were talking about doing for Cafeteria Day is our over-unders. The over-unders on game totals for each team came out this week. So we're going to go through each team. I'm going to have you guess. Maybe we don't do each team. We got to do this sort of quickly, all right? So we'll go through it quickly.
Yeah, we'll just make it rapid fire.
I'm going to have you guess what the over-under line is for each team. And
If we want to rapid fire it, should we do like you say the over under and we guess if they're going to go over
I
or
want
under?
I want to see how close you can guess to.
Okay.
All right? You're going to get a quick guess in. I'm going to tell you what the actual line is, and then you're going to say if it's over or under.
All right.
If you think it'll be over. All right. It's in alphabetical order, all right?
love
We're going to start with the Arizona Cardinals.
5.5.
That's good. 4.5.
7.5.
5.5 on the money.
Bang.
Yeah.
Over or under for the Arizona Cardinals. Over or under wins 5.5.
Under because they're in a tough division.
I'm gonna go over. I think Kyler surprises people this year.
You love Kyler.
That's a good number. It depends when Kyler comes back, but I think I'm gonna go barely over too because that division.
Yeah, I think they go 5-12.
I'm gonna go over also. I think they'll win. It's plus 128 for the over and minus 160 for the under. Atlanta Falcons.
7.5.
6.5.
I'm trying to look away from your phone so I don't steal anything.
I'll keep it hidden.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
It's 8.5.
Oh,
Damn.
We're both close. All right, over under 8.5 wins for the Atlanta Falcons.
I'll go over.
I'm gonna go under. I think they win 8. They go 8 and 9.
Yeah,
They have a lot of talent, but like again, another paper
Bad
team.
division,
They gotta
though.
win.
it's a bad
That's what's in
division.
their favor.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what helps. But yeah, I'm gonna go under, like just under.
It's even odds for both.
Okay. That's a good one.
I don't
It's a
know.
good line.
Baltimore Ravens.
9.5.
Yeah, I think same. 9.5.
Well, damn. Now we're doing the same.
I'm gonna
Come
go
on,
You're
now.
allowed to.
You're allowed to do that.
What? It's not competition.
I was also gonna
It
go
is
9.5.
9.5.
Damn.
Over under on 9.5
Over.
wins.
Over.
I'm gonna
Easy.
take
They're
the
gonna,
over.
they're
I'm
gonna be
taking
nice.
over.
I think they win
I
like
would
11
take the over.
games.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna be
over is
close.
minus 120. Good value.
That division
honestly.
is gonna be a hell of a battle, man. Not just between them and the Bengals, but the Steelers too,
Pittsburgh's
and the Browns.
back and
Yeah,
Cleveland. Yeah.
if Deshaun plays well, holy.
Buffalo Bills.
10.5.
I'm going to go 11.5.
I'm gonna go 10.5.
10.5. It is on the money. Over or under 10.5 wins
Over.
for the Bills.
They're going like 12-5.
I'm going over as well. This is the revenge
I'll go
season.
under. I'll go 10.
This is the year to take the under. If you,
Yeah. I'm
this is the
gonna
year
take
to
the under. I'm gonna go 10.
The
Still
under,
a good team.
Under's plus 102. Over minus 128. All right. Over under Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
5.5.
that's good. 6.5.
I'm going 6.5 as well.
7.5.
Whoa, that's
That
high.
NFC
It's the
South
NFC South.
boost.
They don't know who's gonna win. We don't know who's gonna win. I like it. 7.5.
Over under.
Give me the over. Fuck it. I like the Panthers. I said they can win the division.
Who's the
Over
best
under.
quarterback
Over
in
under
that
7.5
division?
for
Over.
Carolina Panthers.
Bryce
Over.
Young.
Who's the best quarterback in the NFC South?
Bryce Young.
Derek Carr probably
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
Derek
Derek Carr.
Carr.
Derek Carr.
right now, but Bryce Young has the ability to.
I think
be.
Bryce Young could be the best quarterback.
Yeah, he could be. He could be.
Year.
I mean, if Derek Carr is another bad year.
That's
All
why
right.
Jack's going for him in Dynasty.
Cincinnati Bang. Oh, I skipped one. I'm sorry. Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
6.5.
I'm gonna go 7.5 as well.
It is 7.5.
Nice.
Over.
Over or under for the Chicago Bears. 7.5.
I think they go 9-8, barely miss the playoffs, and then next year, watch the fuck
I
out.
like it. I think they win 8. I'm gonna go over. I think
I'm also gonna
they
go
win 8.
over.
I'm gonna go under.
Really?
Yeah, I love him. Flus, my guy, but
Yeah, Eberflus.
I don't know. I just think they need another year.
I think so too. I don't think they make the playoffs. I think they win 8 games, but better than 7.
Cincinnati Bengals.
12.5.
Tough
Or like,
division.
11.
11.5.
10.5.
11.5 on the money. Over or under 11.5 wins for the Cincinnati
Over.
Bengals. What do you think?
They're going to be nice this year.
Over?
Over.
Lipe?
Joe Burrow finally got a left tackle.
I'm gonna give them. I'll give them 11. I'll go under.
They go 13
Good
4.
draft too. I'll go over.
The favorite is minus 128 for the under.
Yeah.
Plus 104.
That's a lot
I
of
give them
games.
11. I think
That's
11
a
is
lot
a
of
great
games.
record. And
I think the
they'll probably
Bengals
get
are going to
that.
be the 1 seed this year.
Damn.
I
Not too
think
high
they
to
will.
take though.
Not super hot.
Dude, that's not even a hot take. Cleveland Browns. Over or under? What's their line?
8.5.
9.5.
It's gonna be something wild, like 8.5.
It is 9.5 on the money, Perotti. Over or under 9.5 wins for the Cleveland Browns.
You know we're big fans of Deshaun Watson on the field.
On the field.
Pod, so I think they'll go over.
It's crazy because like you go over with the Bengals, you go over with the Ravens.
Oh,
Like,
Elijah Moore.
There's got to be some losses in there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
the
under.
Steelers.
I'm going to take the under.
Yeah,
What is it again?
9.5. High, bro.
I'm
I
going.
think they go.
I'm gonna take.
10-7.
I'm gonna take him for 9.
Yeah, same. I feel
So I'll go under.
way under.
Way under. You think Deshaun's washed? You think he's shit?
We just don't like know.
That's true.
And like, what is
I know,
that
bro.
off?
I've been talking
like,
to him.
I don't know. Stefanski.
So he's so good.
Dallas Cowboys.
10.5.
10.5.
I'm gonna go 10.5 as well.
It's 9.5.
Whoa, that's
They hate
low.
It's the division.
Hate us because they ain't us. Over or under 9.5
I would have
wins for the
said over,
Cowboys.
but the fact that that line is so low makes me think that they know something that we don't. I don't know.
I think
but-
it's
but
the
I'll go
biggest
over.
lock, bro. I mean, 9.5. You said.
yeah, over under 9.5.
Cowboys are going to win the division. The Eagles are probably going to win 11.
They could win the
Cowboys,
division.
The
I can see
Cowboys
them
will
winning
win.
the
The Cowboys
division.
will win 13 probably.
I also think it's over.
It's
Sure,
over.
over.
It's low.
So
Denver
low.
Broncos.
6.5.
Man, you know what? I'll go 8.5.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
8.5 on the money. Over or under 8.5 wins for the Denver Broncos.
Shit, over.
Just barely under.
Comeback season, bro.
I'm going under as well.
I'll go like 8.
I'm gonna go over as
7,
well. I'm gonna take over. Russ is gonna bounce
Let's
back.
bounce back
I hope
season.
he does.
That division.
Comeback player of the year, Russell Wilson.
Dude, that would be sick, actually. All right. Detroit Lions, over or under line.
They're
8.5.
they're so overrated. 8.5 is actually not a bad line though. Shoot. Yeah, I'll go 8.5. I like that too.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
9.5.
Wow.
Under. They're not winning one.
10 and 7 is.
Over under
high.
9.5 wins for the Detroit Lions.
I'm going under.
I'll go under.
I hate to do it.
I want the over, but I'm gonna
The
go.
favorite is the over at -120.
Nice. They're gonna win 8 or 9 games, I think.
Green Bay Packers. What is their over under?
Ooh, 7.5.
Oh, I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.5 too.
We're going the same a lot. I gotta go 8.5.
It is 7.5.
Under.
Over or under
Easy
wins for the
under.
Green Bay Packers 7.5.
Shit.
They're gonna win 5 games this year.
Over. Yeah, I'm gonna go under. I think
I'm
7.
gonna take the under.
I'm
too.
going over.
I think 7.
Over?
taking the over?
You like Jordan Love?
Jordan loves the guy.
I think
I
they're
think
a
he's
sleeper.
fine. Like we don't know what he is, and I think people
has no
say
weapons
that he
around
has a
him, bro.
bad
Yeah, he
team.
does. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs don't sleep. Aaron
Oh
Jones,
shit, Aaron.
AJ Dillon. He actually has quite a bit.
Yeah,
of,
his running
quite a
backs
few
are good.
weapons.
They have a ton of pieces on defense. It's just like, can they like develop those guys? A lot of young like.
That's the
talent.
thing. Rodgers left, and we act like it's the end of the world for the Packers. They're so fucking talented.
They are. All right, Houston Texans.
4.5.
Shit. Yeah, in that division.
Maybe
I'll go-
3.5,
I'll go-
honestly.
I'll go 5.5.
I'll go 6.5.
5.5 on the money. What is the over or under
You know what I
5.5
think.
wins for the Houston
Those are
Texans?
my boys, bro. Over.
I'll go under. I think I get 5.
They'll go 7 and 10.
It's under for everyone in the, or under for everyone in the AFC South besides the Colts.
Of course.
That's so fair.
Hey,
You're such a true
Rich!
fan. Yo, this is actually, I think, the heaviest favorite we've seen so far for the over, -144.
Yo, Jack's onto something.
I've been saying.
All right,
is the books.
Indianapolis Colts. What's their over under?
3.5.
No, it's not.
What did I say? 3.5?
No, I was just trying to piss off Condo.
7.5.
I'll go 6.5.
He's gonna be like 13.5.
I'll be realistic. I think it should be 9.5.
What?
That's real high. It's 6.5.
9.5
Over
is
or under?
crazy, bro.
Over or under 6.5
Why
wins
is
for the
crazy?
Indianapolis
Over
Colts.
Under.
lock for the
Why is it
year.
Under.
You're going over, obviously.
Anthony
Anthony
I'm rooting
Richardson-
for him. I want to see the over. That would be
I
fun.
would like to, but Anthony Richardson first year is going to shit the bed.
You have the
He
most
might be good in a year or
explosive,
two.
I disagree. I think-
athletic backfield.
And you
think
have
in
a quarterback who his 2 weaknesses coming into the league were accuracy and decision making.
That's
I wouldn't say
okay.
decision making.
When you have
That's
it
what
was.
people's knocks are on him.
That wasn't. Those were knocks.
That's like the biggest knocks of all time.
The Colts are a sleeper. I think the Colts could.
The whole game is decision making.
The Colts can make the AFC Championship this year. I think they're that good.
I agree. Why stop there?
Holy shit! All right,
What?
Jacksonville
No,
Jaguars.
wait. Can we rewind on that? The Colts are going to make the
I think
AFC
they're a sleeper
champ-
team. They were a dark horse for me last year. They had a lot of injuries going into the year. That sucked. Now they go and get a quarterback. Last year they didn't have a quarterback. They go and get a quarterback. If you're going to get a guy that has bad decision making and bad accuracy, he needs traits that are going to overcome that. And Anthony Richardson has those. The athletic ability is probably the best we've ever seen
You
in a
need to
quarterback.
be able to throw to make the AFC championship.
And
You gotta be
he
either
can-
Burrow,
he can throw.
Mahomes,
It's
or
not like he
Josh
can't
Allen to
throw.
do that.
Who had bad accuracy coming into the NFL?
Josh Allen.
Allen.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. You have guys that like have
Lamar can
done
throw.
this before. Like the guys who are the prototypical guys a lot of the time. I feel like you think of like Sam Darnold,
Mitch
Josh
Trubisky,
Rosen,
fucking ass.
Mitch Trubisky.
All these guys that are
Chill out.
stereotypical,
Chill out on
prototypical
Mitch, bro.
quarterbacks are ass.
Chill out on
Those
Mitch.
guys are the guys that like usually like
Flame
flake
out.
Yeah. It's those guys that have some of those question marks, but have the upside of an Anthony Richardson, a Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he's going to be Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes had a lot of
Hey,
upside.
I'm saying it in May. I'm
I'm
saying
not
it in
saying
May.
Anthony Richardson won't turn into that, but his first year in the league,
I think his rookie year, he's going to
I'll get,
surprise people.
behind the
We'll clip
line,
it.
behind
We'll
the line,
clip
that
it.
was pretty bad last year. I think he's going to get beat
got better.
the fuck
It
up.
got better the
I
second
think
half
year
of the year.
3, Anthony Richardson could be really nice.
Hey,
but
year
right now,
one, I'm
no.
just saying, I'm saying it in May 2023. The Colts are a dark horse Super Bowl team in the AFC.
Oh my God.
I like it. It's hot, but I like it. All right, so you're taking the over on
I love
6.5
you, Felipe.
wins.
Yes.
I'm
Yo, the
taking
way
it.
Ryan looked at me after I said that, bro, he had the
Bro,
hard
they're
eyes,
gonna
dude.
win like 4 games.
yeah.
If you want to
4 or
bet
5.
bet on it, go to thegameday.com. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars. What's their over under?
Doesn't matter over, but 10.5. I don't know.
9.5.
9.5.
9.5. I'm going to
10.5.
go over if it is 9.5. Though.
6.5.
9.5 is
6.5?
on the over.
Are you sleeping on the Jets?
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
They're
Hey, you
going.
did say AFC South though. Fuck.
Yeah, they're going under 6.5.
Praying on a downfall,
Bro,
bro.
the Jags will go way over 9.5.
Yeah, it's
Their
not
division's
The Jags
awful.
are more complete than the Colts.
The Jags got 6 wins right there just in the division alone.
I don't know. Would you say the Jags? Like, I don't think the Jags have better skill position players than the Colts.
Are
Yeah,
you
they do.
serious?
Yeah, they do. Well, way better. 10
Bro,
times better.
Ridley, Etienne, Christian Kirk,
would-
fucking what's his name? Evan Ingram.
I would rather have Michael
Zay
Pippen
Jones.
than any receiver on the
Are you
Jets.
serious?
No.
Over Calvin Ridley?
Yes.
No, that's stupid.
No.
I don't think that's
What do you mean?
that
I
high.
don't think that's crazy.
Nah, Ridley is much better than Pippen.
Ridley's dude, people forgot how good Ridley.
Evan Ingram is. Who's y'all's tight end? Who's the
Mo Alley
Big Jelani
Cox.
Woods.
Who?
Big Jelani Woods.
Jelani Woods.
Oh, basketball player.
Compared to Evan,
No,
Evan
that was
Ingram.
Mo
bro.
Alley.
Mo Alley Cox.
Mo Alley. We
And-
also have a
and-
March Madness legend. Name another team that has that.
And as much as
Good
I
point.
love,
Versatility.
as much as I love Anthony Richardson, Trevor Lawrence is a proven product. So it's just you.
Yeah.
The Jags are.
All right, so you're taking the over.
He's
So
getting
Jacksonville,
better year last year
over
than JT.
9.5
Yeah,
wins
he
for Jacksonville.
Yeah, over.
Okay. Kansas City Chiefs.
13.5.
12.5.
I'm gonna go 12.5.
That's high. Yeah, 11.5 is what it is.
Oh.
Vegas doesn't set lines at 13.5. That's like
Yeah.
really high.
Well,
They're smarter
fucking
than that.
Patrick
Maybe they should.
Mahomes.
The thing is about football is it's so unpredictable. You have
Anything
no
can
idea.
happen.
Like literally, like
Well, yeah, because if Mahomes gets hurt, that's
Mahomes
the
get
easiest
hurt
under of
each
all
one.
time.
Yeah, it's like so.
Oh, don't sleep on Chad Henne though. Great.
Where
I'll
was
go
I?
under though.
Yeah, over or under 11.5 wins for the Chiefs.
Oh, I'll go under. Mahomes is probably going to be, throw
Bottom
20,
five
25
quarterback.
picks, throw 2,000 yards. No, they're going over.
Hey, everybody hits it down here,
If they stay healthy, like he's going to be fucking.
Over.
Over lock.
Yeah, it's
11.5. They'll get 12 at least.
LA Chargers. What's the line?
9.5.
God. Well, considering the Broncos were at they were at 8.5 or some shit, right?
The Broncos were 8.5. Yeah,
The Chargers, I think I'm gonna give them 8.5 as well.
I'm gonna give them 9.5.
9.5 on the money. Over or under wins 9.5 for the Broncos.
You mean
The
the
Chargers.
Chargers?
Oh, Chargers. You confused me. Over or under 9.5 wins for the Chargers.
Under. I'm gonna go over. I think this is the year they actually show up.
I
They
think over. I
actually show
think
up.
Justin Herbert has a little something to prove.
He's so good, man.
I love
Talk about
Justin
underrated. Like that dude is underrated as
Yeah.
fuck, bro.
I agree. LA Rams. Over or under? What's their line?
7.5.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Herbert. 6.5.
I'm gonna go 6.5.
7.5. Money.
Under.
What are you taking the over or the under on the Rams at 7.5?
I
wins?
actually don't know what the fuck to think about the Rams.
Same.
I have no clue.
Stafford back. He's
He'll
back.
be back because like
Cooper
Stafford,
Sutton.
They're not as
Stafford's
bad as
good.
you
Cooper
think.
Kupp back.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's back.
And great coaching staff.
Aaron Donald's still there.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Wagner's gone.
How
though,
long Donald
after
been
a
in the
year.
league? I feel like he's been around forever.
I'll go.
Ramsey's gone.
I'll go under, but like by a half a game. Like
7 wins.
7.
7.5.
But 7 and 10 doesn't feel right for them. Maybe 8 and 9 does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking around there.
I'm gonna go under 7.5.
I'm gonna go over.
All right. Las Vegas Raiders.
Under. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Okay. Actually, that doesn't
7.5.
It doesn't have it here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whatever it
Literally
is.
not written here.
That's
No,
hilarious.
whatever it is, I'll take the over. I think they have some decent pieces.
They have a horrible quarterback.
Well, whatever the
He's
line.
not. Why do you think
He's not
Jimmy's so
horrible.
bad?
I'm just kidding. I just had to get him wrong.
Whatever the line is, the
Jimmy's
over
a-
is plus 124.
All right, well, I'll take it. I like plus money, first of all. But Jimmy's a winner.
Yeah,
He
a
doesn't make
lot of Super
mistakes.
Bowls. A lot of Super Bowls.
Unlike Aaron Rodgers.
No, he wins games. We're not talking about Super Bowls. We're talking about winning regular season games.
But Aaron
and
Rodgers
Jimmy
is a bottom five
Garoppolo.
quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo is good at winning regular season games.
And he's good at being a backup on Super Bowl teams.
Bro, he's got a couple
Him and
rings.
Pat Mahomes, only
He's
quarterbacks
got,
with multiple Super Bowls.
He's
That's
got,
what I'm
he's got
saying.
more rings than Rodgers.
That's true.
Facts.
Can't lie there.
Time to start the conversation.
Miami Dolphins. What's the line?
10.5.
Yeah, that's solid.
I'm gonna go 9.5.
9.5 on the money. What?
I'll go over.
Over or under 9.5 wins for the Miami Dolphins.
As much as I don't want to do this. 'cause
Over, I'll give
Adam-
him 10.
For Adam, I don't want to do this, but like easily over.
I agree.
I think they're going to win 12, 13 games.
Oh, my God.
Adam normally.
I think they'll definitely win 10 games.
I went 10.
I definitely think they'll win 10 games. I don't necessarily see them winning 13.
If I knew
They're
Tua would be
really
healthy
good,
for 17
dude.
games, I would take him for 11. But I don't trust Tua.
I could
mean,
see 10, 11.
10. Yeah, I think 10. Yeah, 10, 11 is a good guess.
They're gonna be good.
Adam normally sits here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going under.
How many wins? How many wins?
How many wins? 2, 3?
Just less. I don't even know what the number was anymore.
8? Probably 8.
Just
I just
less.
bragged about how Miami was such a good team, but I had to go under.
All right, Minnesota Vikings. This is a weird one.
8.5.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
That is.
Because I don't know what to think about them. They lost everyone this
7.5.
I'm gonna go 8.5 as well.
8.5 money.
I think over.
Over or under 8.5 wins.
The
for
division's
Minnesota
not that
Vikings.
good.
Oh, over.
Over.
I'm going
Also,
under.
I think they could still win the division.
I
the
think
Vikings.
they'll
could.
win 10 also.
They
Like,
could compete for the division. They're talented still.
Bro, and that duo with Jettas and Jordan Addison.
We're about to rank
great.
trios.
they need to
and
figure
that
something
trio
out
is
on
nasty.
defense, bro. Yeah, that's even odds also, by the way, for over under, which is interesting. New England Patriots,
7.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
7.5
Yeah.
money. Over or under 7.5 wins for the Pats.
Under. They're gonna get worked by the rest of that division.
Yeah.
This is when people are gonna be like, "Oh, Bill Belichick, I don't know."
It's
about
like
this
it's
guy
the perfect
still."
spot for Mac Jones to take that leap.
Yeah.
You know, like this is what you're.
They got Juju.
They got Juju.
Oh, they got Niner legend Kendrick Bourne,
Yeah. Bill Belichick's still a
Mike
coach.
Gesicki.
Juju led that team to a Super Bowl last year.
He did. He did. He actually
don't
won
forget-
that Super
Arguably.
Bowl.
I'll go. They're gonna finish right around there.
They
too.
are. No
They're
one like
such,
8.
like just so well coached. I'm gonna go over.
I'm going over too. I
Over
think they win 8 or
7.5.
9.
Yeah, feels low.
I think they're going to be competing with the
I think-
Dolphins.
They're gonna be
they're
right
get-
around that 9
I
to
think they're
7
gonna get
wins.
smoked by that division, bro.
Another one here that doesn't have the
Competed
line
last year.
written. This is a tweet I'm reading, so it's just there are
Yeah, yeah.
typos sometimes. This is the New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Is that what they say?
Saints.
New Orleans.
No, I say New Orleans, but I just wanted to say it
The
that way.
New Orleans.
I think they'll do whatever
6.5.
it is. I'll probably take the over, whatever it is.
I bet.
It's not written, unfortunately. I don't know why, but
Oh.
but the over is plus 116.
I think they go. Yeah, I think they go like 9 and 8, 10 and 7.
I like
That
plus
division's
money.
not very good, and they're by far the best team in that division.
I
Hey,
disagree.
shout out the New Orleans Saints.
You like the Falcons, right?
Yeah, and I like the Panthers better.
What
But
about
Derek Carr is the best quarterback, so.
the New York Giants?
I think they're going to
7.5.
get disrespected 7.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Really? That's respect.
That's respect.
That is
In a
some
good
respect.
division.
Yeah.
8.5.
I'll go over.
Are the New York Giants going to win over or under 8.5?
Over.
Under.
Daniel Jones is going to keep progressing with Big Dable.
Under. I'll go 7 or 8.
He got his weapon with Darren Waller.
That's not the weapon, but yeah.
Darren Waller's really good.
He's really good if he can stay on the field.
Yeah.
Over. Matan's right next to me, and he is intimidating.
Fucking talking about. I'm not so much.
What you going, Matan?
I'm taking the
Scared away.
over.
You
How
think
many
Giants
wins?
go 7 and 10?
The Giants will
8,
realistically
9.
they'll realistically win 10 games.
You actually don't think the Giants? You think the Giants will go below 500 this year?
Yeah. I think last year they won more games than they like performed to win. I don't even know how to
What?
word that. Like they won game. They won
won
a
games
lot-
they shouldn't
They
have.
won a lot of games that were like very close, like marginally that like they could have lost.
You know, I usually give you and Adam shit for him shit talking your team, but that's just like you clearly didn't watch the Giants because that's just not true.
I don't know.
I watch
What
the
are you
Giants.
talking
Did you
about?
expect-
I watch
Cook.
the Giants every week.
Hold
They
up. So
won
you're telling
games.
me that there were
they outplayed teams. I'm just
So
saying
you're
like, they
telling me-
won games because they outplayed
But
teams.
you're telling
They're
me-
they didn't just like
So you're telling me that
the Minnesota
full
Vikings
team
playoff
effort.
game was a very good representation of how they were winning games all year. Like, they
Minnesota
played
Vikings team
great
that had a
on
negative point differential.
offense. I'm just saying.
But
like,
can I just
Bro, why are we
respond?
taking away from that though?
Wait,
That
can I
They,
just-
they outplayed teams and they won games. They also had a few close games that they ended up eking out. Of course, that happens. But like,
All right. Can
they
I
did consistently outplay teams, and it was the first time I've seen the Giants legitimately outplay teams.
I can ask a question then?
Yeah.
So you're telling me, because I just said like there were a lot of close games essentially. You're telling me that there weren't a lot of 3-point games that the Giants played in.
There might have been.
Those 3-point games, you either win or lose. So that's all I'm saying. So I watched
There
the
might
Giants.
have been.
I watched the Giants lose to the Cowboys twice. They're not a good football
Yeah,
team.
the Cowboys are a much better team, obviously.
They lost to the Cowboys
But
with Cooper Rush.
I still think the Cowboys are a much better team.
I think. Look, I don't think the Giants are a horrible team, but they're in a great division.
They
so
are. Jesus.
so I mean, they can win games, sure, but I think them winning games is like 8 or 9 or 8 or 9 in a tough division. That's all it is.
All right. The Jets over under. What's their line?
9.5.
That's over under 9.5.
9.5.
Yep, money. Are the New York Jets getting over or under 9.5 wins?
Under.
Over. You want under? You
Under.
Want
Under. Yeah.
Under.
how many?
I'm also taking the under.
I think go 8 and 9.
I think they win 10 or 11. I think they're going to be right there with the Dolphins, just like last year.
3.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. 8 and 9.
I actually think they win 9 or 10 games. Like literally
right around
right
the
on
over.
there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like it's hard. Philadelphia Eagles. What's the line?
12.5.
10.5.
I'm going to go 11.5.
10.5.
Yeah.
Money.
The Cowboys are only
over
9.5.
or
The
under
Eagles couldn't be that much higher.
10.5 wins for the
I
Philadelphia
think they go
Eagles.
10 and 7.
Damn, I'll go over. I'll give them 11.
I think the
I'll go
Cowboys
over,
steal
too.
game. I think the Giants steal game. I think they can lose it.
The Cowboys don't lose to Philly ever. The Cowboys will win 12 or 13. The Eagles will win 10 or 11.
I think they'll go under just because I can't say over for everybody in this division.
That's true.
Pittsburgh Steelers
6.5.
7.5.
7.5.
8.5.
Whoa, they like Mike
Surprisingly,
Tomlin.
over or under 8.5 wins for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think?
8.5. I'm gonna go under because they're in a tough division. I'm
But
gonna go
Mike
over. Mike
Tomlin-
Tomlin always
Mike
goes
Tom-
to at
yeah,
least 500.
I'll go over
They'll win
just
9
'cause of
games.
Mike Tomlin.
They'll win 9 games.
Exactly. Over.
And I think Kenny Pickett actually,
He
if he
still eked out the over 500 record last year, right?
yeah, they went 9-8 last game. But like Kenny Pickett, second half of last year after the bye was pretty fucking good. So if that's an indication how he's going to play this year, they'll win 9-10 games.
If they could have any like semblance of a offensive line, watch out.
Yeah, and TJ Watt will be healthy next year. They got
Yeah.
some weapons they traded for A-Rob. Like who knows if A-Rob's
Seattle Seahawks.
9.5.
8.5.
I'm going 9.5.
It's 8.5. Over or under 8.5 wins for the
Over.
Seahawks.
They'll
Over.
go
Lock.
9-8.
Lock.
Over.
I also think over.
Super Bowl.
It's
sleeper.
such a great,
They
such
are
a
a
great
Super Bowl
draft.
sleeper, actually. If Geno can play, as much as it pains me to say, if Geno plays like he did last year, they got better, and they'll be fucking good. Like,
All
but they'll
right.
still go 0-3 the Niners, though.
San Francisco 49ers.
10.5?
10.5.
I'm gonna go.
No, I'm gonna go 9.5.
I was gonna go 9. I guess I'll go 8.5 now.
It's 11.5.
Oh my god.
There are only
They
three
fucking
teams,
know, buddy.
There are only 3 teams in the league that are set at 11.5. It's the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Niners.
That's what's
crazy.
up, baby.
They're over
Bang,
under
bang, Niner game. Come on.
the highest in the league.
They
Do
know
you
because
think-
they know it's the most well-rounded team of football.
Do you think that the
They know it's
Niners
the most talented
will
team
win
of
over
football
or under 11.5
because they're going to go
wins?
17-0. Say that again. Sorry.
Do you think that the Niners will win over or under 11.5 games?
Obviously over. What do you? I mean, come on.
I cannot believe that they are tied with the Chiefs
I
and
think
the
that's an
Bengals on their over under. That's insane.
That says a lot.
I think that's an
wild.
incredible line. I think they either win 11 or 12.
I agree.
I'm going under.
Yeah.
Because
gonna
Jack's
take the
further away
over.
from me. But like, I wouldn't want to bet on this right now.
Jack
because
can't
we'd-
hit you right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, he's.
I could throw something.
But we just don't know who their quarterback's going to be this
We
year.
haven't known the last few years, and they still won like 12 games.
It's true, but like it
I'm
might.
going to take the over.
It might be Brock. Like, who's it going to be if it's not Brock Purdy and it's not Trey Lance?
Sam Darnold.
I forgot you had Sam Darnold.
Yeah, what's up, baby? Sam
All right,
Darnold.
I'll go
You
over.
have so many,
Yeah.
like, we don't fucking
I actually
know
don't. I don't
quarterbacks.
care if it's Sam Darnold either. To be completely honest, I think
Doesn't
he'd
matter.
be good.
Actually, yeah, Sam Darnold's
I
got
changed
skill.
my mind.
Over,
I'll go
under?
over.
For
The Niners, 11.5.
yeah,
I'm going to take the over, personally.
11 and a
I
half.
think they win 12.
I'll go
at
under. I
least.
think they win 11.
I thought it was under until I heard
And,
Sam
and
Darnold.
compete for the
Now-
division. I mean, the
now
Niners are good.
I'm
All right.
back on the wagon.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Sweet, 5.5.
Yikes. Baker. 5.
Is Baker the starter there now?
Yeah.
5.5 too.
Oh, or Kyle Trask.
6.5.
Hey,
I'm
what
going.
is it?
I'm
6.5.
I'm
6.5.
going under. They win 7.
Under, yeah.
Yeah.
Or sorry, over.
Actually-
over. I mean, they win 7.
They
You
win
know,
7.
they have a lot of talent around Baker. Like,
They do.
Their team's still like good. I think.
Over or under.
I'll go under.
All right.
I'll go under.
Tennessee Titans.
1.5.
Tennessee
Not actually.
Titans.
I'll go 4.5.
I liked your first answer better.
0.5.
5.5.
Yeah, it's 1.5.
It's 7.5.
Way under. Holy shit.
7.5. Over or under on the Tennessee Titans?
They are
At
soaring
7.5
under.
wins.
Under. I'll go 6 or 7.
Yeah, but they'd be lucky to
They'll
win a
win
half game.
3
Also,
games.
even odds.
Wow.
Yep.
That's the easiest.
And the
even
last
odds money you'll
team
ever
for
make.
this list,
Yeah.
the Washington Commanders. Over
Commies.
under. What's their line?
7.5.
Nah, fuck no, dude. The Eagles are 10.5. The Cowboys are 9.5. The Commies have to be like 4.5.
That's right.
I'm gonna
8.5.
go 6.5.
I'll go 5.5.
7.5.
6.5 on the
There
money
you go. That
condo.
makes sense.
Over under 6.5 wins for the Washington Commanders.
Over. I'll
go
give them
over.
7.
I think they'll be
Yeah.
under, but like
I think they win
slightly
7 or
under.
8.
Actually, I like him for 6. Give me
Yeah,
under.
that's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
give them
thinking
the
too.
over. I'm
I'll
gonna give
go-
them the over.
I-
There's 17 games.
I'm
I'd be
Team
like,
Sam Howell, man.
All
I
right.
don't know why. Just
Well, that's the whole list. If you want to bet on any of these over-unders, go to thegameday.com. Definitely sign up for the best sports book. You definitely should get
Let me.
your skin in the game on that one. I mean, I'm taking the Giants over for show.
All right, let me
8.5.
bring up one point here.
Yeah.
The Giants had a negative 6-point differential last year. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay.
That means
You
you're
had to come
that means,
back, you had to come back, reopen a wound.
that means you're a 500 team. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So the point
Okay.
the point stands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Matan's-
I don't even remember what.
That really ruined Matan's day.
I don't even-
I'm just saying.
Giants won
I
2
watch
Super Bowls
Giants
in my
football.
lifetime.
No,
Oh,
they're fantastic. I'm just backing up what I said earlier. I'm just backing up what I said earlier that they won more games than they should have.
That was like before Peyton won his second Super Bowl and everyone was like, Eli's better. He was 2
Yeah, I
Super
remember
Bowls.
that shit.
Yeah.
But that's the same.
To be fair though, the second Super Bowl Peyton won wasn't even him. He was
I know,
fucking
facts.
ass.
He
Yeah.
was actually really bad. That defense
Yeah.
was crazy.
Eli played great in both.
He did.
All right, let's move to the power ranking segment of the show. What?
He's a Peyton Truth.
You're a Peyton guy.
Oh, I know you're a Peyton.
Yeah, but you know he played terrible.
Peyton the best?
No, but he
the
played
Broncos
terrible in
Super Bowl?
the. He
In
played
that
terrible in the Broncos one.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe if he was wearing blue,
Did he
he'd be
win
a
MVP?
little
No,
bit better,
Von Miller won
Yeah,
Super Bowl MVP.
I don't know that I would say Eli.
Peyton don't.
His teams were pretty loaded.
His teams were loaded. Don't get me wrong,
But Peyton's an
but in
all-time
both
choker,
Super
though.
Bowls, he made clutch plays to win the game.
That's one thing. Peyton was not clutch. I'm sorry. Peyton wasn't clutch.
Yo, Eli had that dog in him.
Tracy
bro.
Porter picked 6 against the Saints. Yikes.
Anyway, Giants have 2 Super Bowls. How the
Damn,
Cowboys
look at
doing?
Condo. He's like in shambles.
All right, we're gonna move to the power ranking segment of the show. Today we are power ranking position player trios in the league. So
No quarterback.
no quarterbacks. So just wide receiver, tight end, running backs.
Skill position.
Just
Skill position. Your list is just quarterback trios. So the Niners are one.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's a
90
nasty trio.
Purdy, Lance, and Darnold.
Let's go.
I don't even know who the
Nasty.
backup on the Giants is. I have no idea.
Davis Webb?
Is it Davis Webb? I don't think so.
No,
know.
Davis
I don't
Webb's
think
on
it
the
is.
Texans.
Phil Sims.
It's another neck guy.
It's a neck.
It's a
He's got a
neck,
big
is
neck.
Is it Mike
another
Glennon?
neck.
Mike
now?
Glennon!
Mike Glennon, Nick Glennon. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
All right,
You're on the right
but
page.
We each made a list of like the best trio of position players on a team. So I guess we'll go around and maybe we do each person and break them down, or we can just all go.
What do we want to do?
I think we should just all go. We'll all read them and then we'll talk.
All right, I'll go first.
Go for it, Felipe. What's your list?
All right,
First.
my top 10 skill position trios in the
Yeah,
NFL.
I definitely
I have a good feeling I know where this one's going.
Number 1, A.J. Brown, Devontae
Yep.
Smith, and DeAndre
Knew that was
Swift.
coming.
I knew that was
Because you
coming.
think Devonta Smith is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, Devontae Smith
He
is going to cement himself as a top 10 receiver this year.
Dynasty,
and now
bro.
they have 2 top 10 receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae. And DeAndre Swift is incredible if he's healthy.
Yep.
Number 2, I have Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson.
What?
The reason Pitts hasn't popped off is because of scheme and quarterback play.
Number 2?
The talent is insane, dude. Bijan Robinson is going number 1 in
The
fantasy draft.
disrespect
The number 1 running
to
back
the
in the
49ers.
To every other trio. That's
Disrespect.
crazy.
They're not even on my top 10.
Are you even if we're going off of what they can be next year?
Oh, they could be 1.
Atlanta could be wherever you.
Bro, they're on my list, but they're barely on
All
it.
right.
Yo, Felipe wanted to go first because he knew it was going to be hot.
I don't even think it's that hot. I mean,
I don't think it
it's
is.
pretty nice. Thank you, Ryan.
Number 3?
Number 3, Jameer Gibbs, Amon Ross, St. Brown, and Jamison Williams. Incredible, I think.
Jack is fuming.
Jameer
The
Gibbs
Niners
is
falling
awesome.
in this.
Amon
the
Ross
fuck?
and St.
How is that above the 49ers?
Because Kittle can't stay on the field.
What?
McCaffrey can barely stay
Jameson
on the
Williams
field.
can't even play the first 6 games this year.
Yeah, but not
because
because
he
he gets
played
hurt. Not
He's
'cause he
played,
gets
he's
hurt.
played 3 games
I know
in
he,
professional
I know he
career.
came into the league hurt,
Holy
but he hasn't gotten hurt
fuck.
after that.
You also had DeAndre Swift at 1, and his injury track record ain't great.
Oh.
Number 4.
Number 4.
George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo
Fuck
Samuel.
you.
If Kittle could,
This is awesome.
How the fuck are the Lions 3?
if George Kittle didn't wait till game 16 to start producing last year, they'd probably be higher. And if Christian McCaffrey
He
could
was
actually stay
good
healthy.
for... Okay.
All right, let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
So that's number 4. Kittle, McCaffrey, and Samuel.
God.
Number 5.
If you have the Cowboys on your list, take them off right now.
Yeah.
Take them off right
You
now.
have to.
They are on my list, but I'll fucking replace them right here.
Number 5. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
All right, hey, good take.
Thanks.
Good take. Good take.
That
good take.
trio is
They're also
incredible.
my vibe.
Jetta's arguably the best receiver in the league, top 3 for me. Addison's going to be really good, and Cook is still amazing. Number 6. It doesn't matter what trio it is, but the Seahawks trio. What I mean by that, it could be DK, JSN, Walker. It could be DK, JSN, Lockett. It could be DK, Walker, Lockett. Like, it doesn't matter. That the
I think
Seahawks
right
trio
now
is.
it's DK Walker Lockett. And then
I
we
agree.
might CJ.
I agree.
I
He's on
think.
no
Well, I think
JSN.
JSN's ceiling is higher than Lockett. So
Yeah, but I'm saying right
I
now.
love the Seahawks trio. Whoever
need
you
to
put
put
there.
Charbonnet in.
Number 7, Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, and Calvin Ridley.
Good take.
Now you could do Christian Kirk instead of Evan Ingram. I like Ingram, and I think you probably have Kirk, so I like to switch. I'll switch
it's
it up
either
there.
or.
That's wild.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Who do they have?
You're
that
just a
was-
hater because
No,
you're
You just
you're
in
a
the same
Colts
division,
fan.
but the Jags are
Okay.
nasty.
Okay. I might be a little high on like the Colts guys. I'll be honest there. But who do the Jags have that can like take over a game?
Calvin Ridley.
Travis Etienne can definitely take
Ridley-
over.
Travis Etienne
Calvin
definitely
Ridley
can.
can take over.
Evan
a game.
Ingram did last
Evan
year for a
Ingram
little
did
bit.
last year.
Okay, Evan, don't try to up-talk me on Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram had a top 5 fantasy season last year,
Dude, he was
yeah,
incredible.
fantasy season.
which is a direct reflection of catches and yards.
And touchdowns.
And touchdowns. Mostly touchdowns.
Sure.
I don't know. I just feel like
So you're
there's
taking the
nobody on
Colts
that
trio?
team that's like,
Do the Colts even have a trio?
yes.
All right,
Who?
let me continue, and we're gonna hear his list.
You'll hear.
So number 7, Etienne, Ingram, and Calvin Ridley. Number 8, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, and J.K. Dobbins. Left OBJ out. If OBJ pops off this year, then he could replace one of these guys. But I love that trio. Number 9, I have C.D. Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Tony Pollard. Pretty good. We got to see. Again, it's an on paper one right now because we haven't seen Cooks with the Cowboys, but should be good. And then number 10, I have Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, and Rasheed Rice.
You
we
missed
haven't
that.
seen Rasheed Rice yet.
But
But I think that he's going to be extremely good. I think
Dallas.
he can be. Yeah, I think it's a hot take. He could not reach Tyreek Hill levels, but I think he could be close
There's,
because
you-
he's
you-
that
there's one that I think
because
you
he's
missed.
that talented.
you flat out missed on the Browns.
Chubb, Amari
Chubb,
Cooper.
Amari, and
I
Elijah
think they're
Moore.
really good. Also,
Nah,
the
I'm
Bengals.
good on them.
No.
Did
The
you get
Bengals
that?
one's really good.
Jamar
You
T
didn't-
and
Bengals-
Mixon.
Yeah, you straight up
I don't
missed.
love
wouldn't
Mixon.
put
I did
Bengals.
miss
What?
Chase. I don't love Mixon, but
But Jamar and T, I think, are
Jamar
enough.
and T could be up there.
more than enough
Yeah,
for
he and
like
Adam are, like,
for
not
Kelsey,
mixing guys. I
Pacheco,
don't get
and
that.
fucking whatever the hell.
Rasheed Rice, bro, he's gonna be a
Bro,
dog.
you think that's a better trio than Jamar Chase, T Higgins, and
Well,
Joe
let me
Mixon?
ask you this: Who's better at their position, Kelsey or Chase?
Kelsey,
Okay, who's better, Mixon or Pacheco?
Mixon
I would take Mixon. Yeah,
Is it by how much?
I would take Mixon.
by a
I
pretty
think
good
it's-
amount.
Like
I take Pacheco. Mixon got
as of what
outplayed.
we've seen, Mixon. Is
Mixon
the
got
better.
And then
outplayed by his backup.
would you rather take T Higgins or Rasheed Rice? That's not even
Right now,
I'm
T-
taking the
close.
Bengals.
Right now,
trio, for
T
sure.
Higgins, but I'm taking Rasheed Rice's upside over T
Are you
Higgins.
serious?
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
The
be a
thing
fucking
about
dog.
these trios that makes it hard is finding that balance because
Yeah.
there are duos that are fucking stacked, but that
Yeah.
third guy just
Yeah, like
brings
I
it
wanted to
down.
put the Dolphins in there because of Waddle
Yeah.
and Tyreek,
Yes.
but they're not on my
I
list.
have one.
because
We'll go through
what do you
honorable
go
mentions
like?
later.
Fucking Raheem Mostert after that. Niner legend, by the way. But
All right,
Nah,
Jack.
you
What's
would go
your
Devon A. Chain.
what's your power ranking of position players?
yeah, so
Trio
my
position player trios.
yeah, I got
Yes.
that. So my top 10 skill position trios in football.
Thank you.
That's how you say it.
There
right
you go.
See, that
There
was
you go.
good.
Thank you.
Number one, I don't know how the fuck they got disrespected the way that they did by this guy right here. Maybe he's mad that we beat them in the playoffs last year and the year before that. But the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in football. George Kittle's the second best tight end in football. And Deebo Samuel is a fucking crazy weapon and a half. I don't understand how any trio is better than that. And I don't think it's really that close. Like them to number 2
Hey, bro,
is
no bias
vast. Oh, it's super
100%.
biased. Insanely biased.
Yeah. Very.
Number 2 is the Bengals. Jamar, top 5 wide receiver. T. Higgins, top 10 to 15. And Joe Mixon, I know some people are low on him. I'm not high on him, but I think that's a crazy trio.
I'm high on.
It's a good trio.
Yeah. Number 3.
Talk about fantasy production. Joe Mixon's always a good fantasy
I
player.
just don't know. Like, is
Top
Joe Mixon
20.
gonna be there?
I think, yeah.
That was like my thing. I don't know if he's gonna be there. Him
Yeah,
and
well,
Dalvin.
I put
was
Cook
like,
in Minnesota. And
Yeah,
same.
those are
I don't
kind
know
of
if
like
he's gonna
my.
be
there. Yeah.
Like, held me back.
No, number 3 is the Eagles. AJ Brown, Devonta, and DeAndre Swift is crazy. That's nuts.
Devonta.
I'm just, I say Devonta.
Yeah.
I'm not
Not his
crazy
name, but
about.
it's
It's not his name, bro.
I've seen people
I also
say it
just
that
don't
way.
think it's his name.
Just say his name the way it's supposed to be said.
Devontae.
After this, let's watch a video of him say his name and see.
Bro,
No,
George
thank
Kittle
you.
had crazy
I
stats
feel like
last year.
I've heard-
Seven
He was hurt half the year.
765 yards, bro.
Dude, keep going.
He was hurt half the year. Why you gotta do this shit?
Game started 15 games, 765 yards. Fuck.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Look at him when he had Brock Purdy.
Hey, I took an
anyway.
L too to Felipe. It's fine.
I took an L. I forgot the Bengals. It's fine.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Your
I'm not.
List,
that's-
is invalid now.
There's literally
Go.
no L taken on that. But number 4 is the Vikings. Jetta Addison, Dalvin Cook. I would have him higher if we've seen a little from Jordan Addison. But
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, but that's really, really good. 5, the Browns, I think is awesome. Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, and Elijah Moore. That's really fucking good. I think that was, I don't know how you didn't have it on your list. Like all those guys.
It'd probably be 9 or 10 for me. Elijah
You're
Moore.
not crazy about Nick Chubb.
You have to see Elijah Moore in that system.
Yeah.
I just don't know like how much. I think Elijah Moore can be good, but how much have we seen of Elijah Moore where he's
He had a good
like,
rookie
been
year,
good?
but yeah.
Yeah, but I think, wide receiver 2 in a different system with a good quarterback.
Yeah, sure.
6, I got the Jags, Ridley, ETN, and Kirk. That's my trio. You can swap out Kirk for Ingram if you want to.
Not bad.
That's fine. Number 7 is the Chargers.
Yeah.
I think you might not have thought about that one. Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams.
I had him at 11.
That's dirty.
I'd take him over the Jags, honestly.
It's hard because Keenan Allen never can stay healthy, but
neither can Mike Will.
Yeah, it's facts.
But if I'm basing this off of if they're all fully healthy, in my opinion. That's like what I'm doing.
And Quentin Johnston's a question mark. Oh, but you had Eckler.
Yeah.
Eckler is such a fucking weapon, bro.
Yeah, those 3, I think Eckler's a tad overrated. He's just a really good fantasy player. But
yeah, and I love him for it.
Yeah. So, what did you have
Fantasy,
on your team
baby.
last year? Oh, there you go.
Dude, fantasy's life, bro.
Fantasy is life. Football is life.
Number 8 after the Chargers, I got Seahawks, DK, Walker, and Lockett. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, it's really good. Hate that. Number 9 is the Falcons. I don't know how the fuck you put the Falcons 2. How the hell you put the Falcons 2? What has Kyle Pitts done? What has Drake London done? Bijan hasn't even played in the fucking
London had a great
NFL.
year last year. Kyle Pitts, like I said, he's just waiting on the right system and right quarterback.
He hasn't done anything.
Are we going off of if we're going off of what they can be this year, then I feel like the Falcons could be very high.
It depends how you're taking this prompt.
But dude,
I agree with that, but I also agree with that.
Kyle Pitts has been
done nothing.
shit.
Yeah.
He's been bad.
Yeah, but not because of his ability.
You know where Jack was right on the
fantasy,
same.
though.
Hey, wait.
You're right. Fantasy's been asked. You're right.
You know where Jack was right last year on the same type of thing?
Tell
where
me.
you guys are super high on Jerry Jeudy. He just sucks. He's just not that good. He's mid.
Yeah, but Russ
Kyle Pitts might be mid.
Year. Russ had a terrible year.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Still mid.
Who's 10?
Anyway, number 10. I did have the Cowboys there, but after the blatant sheer Ritu Peck
I don't think the
that
Cowboys
I
need to be
saw
in the
from
top
this
10.
man to my left.
Oh, I do. I think they're good.
Number 10 is the Washington Commanders.
Who do they got?
We're going Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson, Curtis Samuel.
I forgot that.
That's an underrated
slept on.
trio.
They're better than the Cowboys
That is
trio.
slept
Okay,
No
Ritu
way.
Peck.
No, I think that trio's nasty.
I
Bro,
do not like the
Terry,
Cowboys,
Curtis
man.
Samuel, and Brian Robinson's really good.
Oh my God, they're nasty.
Yeah.
Dude.
Respect. I like them.
Respect.
The NFC East is loaded,
And
bro.
you could replace Samuel with, who's that rookie wide receiver they had last year?
Dotson.
Dotson. You could replace Samuel with
Jahan.
Dotson if you want to.
Yeah.
They're nasty. They're good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give my list here.
Go for it,
My top 10 skill position trios in the NFL. Number 1, I think there is no debate here that it is the 49ers trio.
Oh,
Christian
fucking boy.
McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. Just in terms of talent, ability, production. Obviously, Kittle had a down year, but
You
in terms of
put
just
McCaffrey and Debo wherever you want on the field.
where they rank in their position, they're the most balanced. They
There's
impact
a reason
the game
the Niners
most.
don't need a quarterback, so
There's
you got guys like that.
They're three guys who can be considered stars in the NFL, who have been stars and can
Who are
continue to be.
stars.
Yeah. Number 2, I'm going to put the Eagles: AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and DeAndre Swift.
W take.
Nasty.
Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift is kind of similar names.
It threw me off.
Kind of similar names. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah,
but
Devonta.
they are fucking nasty. I agree with you. I think Devontae Smith is going to be a top 10.
Devonta and Deandra are going to be really good. Yeah. It's going to be nice.
Devonta and Deandra are going to be, I think Devontae Smith is going to be a top 10 receiver this year. I was actually
He's so
talking about this
good.
last night with a friend. We were talking about our
How do you fall
top,
like that?
It's
top
his
10
time.
receivers, and Smith was the only one we could think of to put in the top 10
He didn't.
amongst the lower end guys.
How did he fall, Devontae?
No, like in the draft.
In the real life draft?
Yeah, the
He
real
went to
life
like
draft.
12. He went 12 or 13.
Yeah, first round for
Yeah,
wide
fall.
receiver.
But
Pretty
after
good.
being like the only receiver to win a Heisman,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Number 3, I'm going to put the Bengals. I'm going to put Jamar, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon. I love those guys.
Take.
I think they're fun to watch. Jamar.
That's a W too.
Actually, I was looking at Jamar's stats last year because my roommate is a Jets fan, and he was like, guess which receivers had worse years than Garrett Wilson? And then he listed a bunch of guys, and the only one I was actually surprised by was Jamar Chase had
Really?
yeah.
Hey.
Was that Silva?
Why couldn't you bring that up earlier for me, bro? I was talking about Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson had
That would've been
more
huge.
yards last season than Jamar Chase.
Ah, come
That would have
on.
been huge
Which
for
is,
you when we were arguing.
which by the
earlier.
way, is so interesting because Jamar, I feel like, is a consensus top 5 wide receiver, and Garrett Wilson, whatever.
And Jamar played with Joe Burrow, and Garrett
Yeah.
Wilson played with fucking nobody.
But the argument to that is he had T. Higgins on the other side, who's also a really good wide, who's also a potentially top 10
He's
wide
stealing
receiver.
targets.
So yeah,
Hayden
and
Hurst.
stealing coverage.
and Joe Mixon is a receiving back a lot of the time. So there you go. Number
And Tyler
4.
Boyd.
But you spitting out facts. Like, I'm not even disputing what you're saying. I'm agreeing with
They call
what
me
you're
the
saying.
facts guy. They call me the facts guy. Number 4, I have Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and Jordan Addison.
Yeah, they're gross.
They're
You
going to be
could-
filthy.
You could honestly put in TJ Hawkinson if you don't want
You
to.
could.
Yes, I thought about that
Like-
instead of Addison. Yeah, I thought about that. They're filthy.
But
I'm
Addison's
excited to watch
ceiling is
them.
higher than
I'm
Hopkins.
excited to watch them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Blitnikoff.
I root for the Vikings. I shit on the Vikings a lot, but I root for them. I think they're
Except
fun.
last year in the playoffs.
Number 5. Number 5. I hate putting them this high, but I this was a plums list. I'm putting the Cowboys, CD, Pollard, and Cooks.
If Brandon Cooks can stay
I think it's high, but if
I'll tell you
Cook's gotta prove
something. I'll
himself.
tell you something. CD took my heart when we met him
CD's
at
nuts.
the draft.
That's
true.
He took my heart when we met him at the draft. I didn't think he was that good, but then he said that shit, and then we talked to him. He's top 10, no doubt.
Yeah.
And Pollard, I think is slept on. Pollard has been the better back in Dallas than obviously than Zeke.
He has an unlimited role,
And
though.
I was
Now
gonna
he's going to
say,
have to carry the
I
ball.
I think
hate
he's
playing
overrated
against
because you told me you
Pollard.
don't think Pollard's that guy.
I hate playing against Pollard because he, for some reason, every time the Giants play him, is the most dominant player on the field.
Just like
every
Boston
time.
Scott.
And I'm like, who the fuck is Tony Pollard?
Yeah, you're right.
And then he just dominates us.
Do
he's
you-
a really good player.
do you
I think
fear
he's
him?
underrated.
Do you fear Tony Pollard or Boston Scott more as a Giants fan?
Definitely,
Boston Scott's
definitely
good,
Tony
bro.
Pollard.
Bro, Boston
Tony
Scott.
Pollard.
Oh,
Boston
Boston Scott kills the
That's a,
Giants.
guaranteed,
Down
that's
on
a
the goal line.
guaranteed tutty every time.
Boston Scott on the goal line against the Giants is tough. Number 6, I have the Chargers, Eckler, Williams, and Keenan Allen.
W take for real.
They're good.
On
For real, on God.
Okay.
Can't stay healthy,
Dead
man.
ass.
I flip flopped these. You had the Jags before them. I have the Jags now. ETN, Ingram, and Ridley.
Yeah.
I'm
Looking back, I
excited to see
probably would
Ridley
flip
with
them again.
Trevor. That's gonna be
Oh, Ridley with Trevor.
that's gonna be sick.
Dude, no, but Kondo says that they have no weapons.
Oh,
So
I
you
forgot.
They don't
actually.
have any
You know what?
elite
Throw Ridley
guys.
out, bro.
They have guys, but
Trevor
they have
Lawrence.
do the
Trevor
Colts.
Lawrence is elite.
Dude,
JT
Lawrence
is
and
maybe
Ridley
the
are
best
going to be
running
the
back
new
in
Burrow and Chase,
Not
bro.
the best running back in football. Christian
Number
McCaffrey's
8,
better.
I have the Browns, Chubb, Cooper, and Joku.
W take.
Thank you.
Common Matan W.
Oh, but you put Njoku in there.
Yeah,
I like
Njoku.
that too.
Oh,
I like
Njoku.
Njoku.
He's a dog, man.
He is a dog.
He's so
really good.
athletic.
Underrated tight end.
Really handsome too.
Yeah.
He's a
He is
big boy.
handsome.
Oof.
Yeah.
Number 9.
I need a big boy.
Number 9 and 10 is where my New York teams are. Number 9, I'm putting the Jets. Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, and Alan Lazard. But at number 10,
That's bad.
I'm putting Saquon, Waller, and Sterling Shepard.
L takes for real. On God, no.
W
cut
takes
that ass.
only over here. W takes only over here.
What kind of take do you think his last two
Waller-
were? Were they
Waller
L or W
healthy?
takes?
Waller healthy.
take
Waller healthy is the third.
heavy,
Waller
but
healthy
yeah.
could be the third best receiving tight end in the
Dude,
league.
Common Matan L.
Saquon Barkley
second
is a
best.
top 2 running back in the league, and Sterling Shepard is a probably the 5th best wide receiver too.
Bro,
gonna
you
give you-
had so many like rare Matan W's at the start, and then there's just
I
the
gotta
Common
put 'em in there.
Matan
I gotta
L's
put 'em
to
in
end
there.
it.
Dude, no, I'm going to give you more credit for Waller.
gotta put
Waller's
him
the
in there.
second best receiving tight end
I
healthy
agree.
after
Yeah.
Kelsey. But Shepard is where you lose me, bro.
Yeah, but that's
give me
what's
Jalen
hard.
Hyatt.
Shepard does.
Saquon brings him up. So does Waller. So I got to put someone.
But
in
it's just that you're missing some.
Oh, bro,
some
you
guys.
could put Matt Breida there. Niner legend.
there. You're right.
What about Kelsey
Graham
Pacheco?
Gano, is he on the Giants still?
He might be.
Kicker. He's a weapon.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
so
bad,
that's
though.
my
I respect
list.
it. I respect it.
I have some honorable mentions. We'll get to them afterwards. Condo.
All right. So
What's your list?
My
Colts
top
won.
10 list. Falcons won. Not
Thank
really.
you.
Wait.
No, that was a pump fake.
He got me, bro. I can't,
Yeah, he's like, thank you.
I dove at his legs at that one.
Falcons deserve respect, but they're not one. Number 1 is the Niners.
Hey, salute.
I almost missed the Niners when I was doing this. I was like, that would have been very bad.
Y'all just nostalgic boys, man. I live
Nostalgic
in
boys.
the present.
What?
I don't know. That you have like two pure superstars, like,
And Debo's the
and then
biggest gadget
Debo, like
weapon in the
Debo
NFL.
didn't have like a sick year last year, but like he is still
He's still
electrifying.
good. Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going the Chargers. Eckler, Keenan,
Ooh.
Mike Will.
Little
Mike
high,
Will
but I
did
like
make
it.
High
W
as
take.
fuck, dude.
Why?
Why? Because they don't stay on the field.
Bro,
I
I think
mean-
we're doing this based off if they're all healthy.
Yeah, facts.
I feel like we.
I think
have
you were
to.
doing it more off of.
Yeah,
Well, your
health.
number 1, you had
I was.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, but but
W take.
bro, Condo is out here being
That's-
for real.
let him cook. That's true, but the people carrying that trio is AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
That's fair.
And the people carrying the Giants trio is Saquon Barkley and Darren Waller. So fuck off.
That is a really good duo.
Darren Waller.
I'm gonna put the Giants 1 actually.
Yeah.
And Darren Waller has health
I
issues.
was thinking
too.
Texas
Keep going.
could be.
Let
in
me
this, though.
restart.
What's three?
I'm gonna go Seattle, DK Lockett, Ken Walker at number 3.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah. 4. I hate to do it. Dallas, Pollard, CD,
That's
Cooks.
high.
Why you hate to do it? You a Cowboys hater?
I don't love them.
I think anyone that's not a
Yeah,
Cowboys fan is a Cowboy hater.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
5 is where I go Atlanta. I think they could be higher, and maybe after this year,
Yo,
I would
shout
feel better about
out,
it.
shout out your son's godfather.
Shout out Bijan. Yeah, I think if it was just running backs, obviously he would be number 1.
That's
6 is one that I think a lot of people missed. Was the Saints. MT
I had
Olave,
them on like the just
Kamara.
out.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
Olave had a sick year last year.
Yeah, but Kamara had a down year.
Kamara did have a down
MT,
year.
come on, bro.
MT,
But MT
healthy.
that's-
M-
but
even
we're
when
making a list
MT
based
was
off of fully
healthy
healthy.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
When he was
still-
fully healthy, he was sick,
Exactly.
which is a huge if.
Yeah, big if. And then I'm gonna go Philly. I just don't know. Like DeAndre Swift, we've never seen him be the guy. I still don't think he's gonna be the guy. I
do you
think
think
it's gonna
about,
be
Devonta?
everybody. I think he's good.
Swift
I
was
think
the guy.
there was all
He was-
Jamal Williams was like a goal line back, but
No,
that's
Swift
fine.
was the
I mean,
guy. He was RB1, but he was never like.
I don't know that I would say
dude.
Jamal Williams was a goal line back.
feel like
Jamal Williams
Swift-
was getting like 15 carries. A
I also
game.
feel like was DeAndre Swift ever like that dude, right? Like
He was electrifying, and he's
Yes.
a great player. But I
So
just
good.
don't know that he's going to be like a 20 touch a game guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a little worrisome for me. But complete team wise, if you add Rashad Penny, Kenny Gainwell into it, yeah.
yeah, W
awesome.
take for real.
Raiders, I go Jacobs,
That's a good one.
Devontae, Renfro.
What number was that one?
That's a good one,
That's at 8.
Yeah.
bro. If they still had Waller, that might be up there as
Yeah,
the top one.
They were on my honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
it's
I took
Renfro.
them out
Good.
because of the balance that we were talking
Yeah,
about. You know?
Renfro had a down year, but
Great route runner.
He was hurt too.
Great route
Some of the year.
Yeah, I did go on a take one time where I said he would be Cooper Kupp if he was with the Rams.
That's probably-
I don't hate that
I gotta
take.
stand by that.
I actually don't hate that take at all.
He's just
What's
a
the
lot
next
uglier
one?
than Cooper.
Number 9, I'm going the Bengals. Jamar Chase.
That's low.
T. Higgins.
Really low.
I just
Nah, I
for me
think
with the
it's right.
Bengals and Vikings, I didn't want to count those running backs because I'm not sure if they'll be there. So,
But you're counting Michael Thomas?
well, he's going to be on the team.
That's true. He is
I-
gonna be
Fair
on
point.
Yeah.
He will be on the team.
Yeah,
He'll be
he might not be out there, but he'll be on the
contractually
team.
obligated.
Yeah, but the Bengals, their backup running back right now is Chris Evans, and I'm pretty sure he's Captain America. So I have high hopes for them.
Wait, is
true.
P-Ryan's gone?
The actor who plays Captain America,
Yeah.
his name is Chris Evans.
Yeah,
Is P-Ryan gone?
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
to the
left.
Broncos.
Yeah.
So Broncos maybe
Oh,
could make the list
shit.
too. They won't make mine though. 10, I got the Colts, obviously. Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. I think you could throw really anybody else in
Alec
there.
Pierce?
I love Alec Pierce. He's going to be DK.
Whoa.
He had built like DK. Though.
He's going to be DK. Like if you watched him
He's
last
not
year,
athletic, but he's a similar play
DK's not
style.
that good.
He's really fast. He's
He's got a similar
very
build.
fast.
Great
Boy,
route
what-
runner,
what is he?
honestly.
What
Great
is he,
route.
6'4"? He's big as fuck, right?
yeah.
He got DK build.
Solid list.
Not
Solid
athletic
list.
though.
All right, we got to wrap up because we're going forever. But good lists. Let us know who you think's made the best
Do you know,
list.
I just
in the
want to point
comments.
something out. Do you realize how he had the Lions over the 49ers trio and no one else said the Lions trio?
Yeah, they're not in the top 10.
That's crazy.
They're not-
Anyway,
Can
bye.
Debo Samuel had 600 yards receiving last year. George Kittle had 700 yards.
How many
Every
rushing
single
did Debo
trio
have?
that I had probably had one receiver that had more than Debo and George Kittle combined. I close my case.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Caps Off podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. We'll see you next time. Peace. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Subscribe. 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 Subscribe to the Caps Off podcast right now. Hit that bell right now. We're gonna get Jack an ass tat if we get to 10K subscribers. Subscribe.